Just keep it solid and you might make it out alive. Just keep it solid and you might make it out alive.
Isaac, what the hell's going on?
You know what it is, you know what it ain't. Like PLK, I go straight to the bank. Told you before, I play you a game. Bitch, I got the soda, yeah, I got the drink. I bought my dogs, yeah, I'm with the gang. Rockin' with Rev and rockin' with Blaze. Shout out to Imagine, shout out GA. The mother pops whack, the mother boys lame. Now I just like pool shot. Holla at me when the tools drop. Sony baby got the best box. We don't give a fuck about no Xbox. Talking seconds like a wristwatch. Maggot chick, no ziplock. Dropping seconds off in the grave, then we dance on them like TikTok. Whoa.
Just keep it solid and you might make it out alive. Just keep it solid and you might make it out alive.
Boom. Are we live? I think we're live, bro. Shout out to the chat. We got a great fucking show tonight. We're a little bit early, you know what I mean, due to Mooch. Yeah, I'm gonna blame it on Mooch, but you know what?
Always blame it on Mooch. It's safer to do that in the community. Just do that.
It's the safe thing to do. I was about to say, it's, you know, blame it on Mooch. He'll take the, you know what I mean? He'll take the hit. Yeah, we good. Look, we doing this a little bit earlier, and honestly, people always cry, Blaze, you do your show too late anyway. So listen, we'll try it out at 9 o'clock. The reason why I do it late, because you know, kids, and they never settle down for me until it seems like as soon as I go live, a kid's gonna come in my room. Like, it just always happens that way. But shout out to the chat, man. I hope you guys are having a great Saturday night. It's snowing out. It's a good night. I got a great lineup right now. I got fucking Mooch. I got Jay Bari. Jay Bari was last minute. I hit him up like a couple weeks ago. He's like, you know, I'm doing something, but I promise I'll be there. So I hit him up like, yo, fuck, Jay Bari, you want to pull up? He's like, yeah, I'll pull up. Boom. So look, this is some would say this is a Sony pony lineup right here. I get called a dick eater. I just want to let you guys know. And I gave the State of Play a decent review, and they would call Blaze, you dick. I'm like, what the fuck? So I want to get into the whole State of Play, but before I do that, I want to just give a shout out to fucking Mooch, my Italian brother. Thank you for pulling up. I know it's a big deal for you. I know your Saturday nights, the weekends is busy for you with the wife and kids and shit. And I really appreciate you pulling up on camera.
Always, man. Absolutely. I love the show you guys put on Saturday nights. I wish it was a little earlier, though. You know what I mean? Like,
no, you're right.
This is like, man, it's like, it goes, you know, because listen, it's not like you do 2-hour show. Sometimes this show will go 3 hours. I've seen 4 SolidCast after dark. So it doesn't end. You know what I mean? So
right.
Shout out to the show, man. I appreciate you doing it a little bit earlier for me, man, because like I say, tomorrow, there is a lot of snow, man. I got a feeling we're going to be doing a lot of shoveling in the next 24 hours. I don't know. I'm just saying.
Everybody here is East Coast, right? Everybody's New York and
yes, sir.
Yeah. So you guys already know what time it is.
It's raining for me. It was raining. I went outside for a couple of minutes. It was raining. I was like, wow.
That's the worst too. That slush,
and icy too. Yeah, you know,
yeah. Yo, first of all, Jay Bari, thank you for showing up. I've had Jay Bari on the show, I think a couple times now, but it's long overdue. Yeah. This is the guy, bro. I just seen a tweet yesterday. I was like scrolling through on my phone, and it was just like, I think Jay Bari's like, man, I fucking love gaming. I'm like, yo, Jay Bari's that type of guy that it's always positive vibes, bro. He don't let none really get to him. He's always gonna sit there, do his thing, smile, and keep it moving, bro. Shout out to my guy Jay Bari, and welcome back on the show, bro.
Absolutely, absolutely. Listen, man. At the end of the day, you don't play games for other people, man. You know what I mean? I know everybody want to be cool, and you know they scared of getting their opinion shut down or clipped up. Me personally, can I curse in here?
Absolutely.
Oh yeah, I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? I don't give a fuck if you like my opinion. If you hate my opinion, I'm gonna say my shit regardless. So if you dislike a game that you know what I mean that I like, hey, tough luck. You gonna see me praising it. If I dislike a game that you like, tough luck. You gonna see me hating it. That's what it is. You know what I mean? Everybody has difference of opinions, and that's how the world goes around, man. And that's what makes the world beautiful, in my opinion. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, if you just be respectful or do what you do or play your shit, you're gonna be all right.
You know what I realized? People get mad at people's opinions so much, bro.
Oh, trust me, I know.
Like you know can't, what I mean? They can't handle someone's opinion. Like they can't handle it. Like why somebody gotta be an idiot because you don't like their opinion. I just never understood that, bro. If he think the game is good or it's bad, what does it fucking matter, bro? It's like I don't get it, bro.
Yo, I don't. Yo, I love the state of play. The last one, right? That just happened.
We're gonna get into it.
I get called a whole bunch of names. And the funny thing is that this I know a lot of people don't really look for my content, or they probably just knew or whatnot, because the last state of play before this one, I despised it. I hated it. You know what I mean? Everybody was quiet then, you know. But now, if you do like one, you're corporate slave in the shield and all that. But it is what it is.
So let's get into the state of play, because I kind of had mixed reactions to it. I seen a lot of shit I did like, to be completely fair. And I thought, as an overall show, as something I'm just watching, I thought it was a good show, like a good watch. Now, where I give my score, I don't know about you guys, I give my score based on if I'm going to buy it day one. You know what I mean? These games, am I playing these games day one, or is like, we'll see. So if it's a day one for me, I just, and this is going to be a weird analogy here, but it was like 5 or 6 games. So I think I gave it a right down the middle. I thought it was like a decent show, a 5 out of 10, but there was 5 games for sure on that list that I was buying day one. And I feel like that's a lot. I feel like the last day to play, there wasn't many at all for me. But, you know, the reason why I wanted you guys here, because I think Mooch gave it an 8, and I think Bari gave it a 9. Yeah?
I gave it a 9, yeah.
And those are high scores. So, and for me to give, I don't know, I'm just different. For me to give a show an 8 or a 9, I need to see, which we did, a new IP, right? Or it's got to be like multiple games. See, everybody wanted Wolverine, including myself. It's been a long time. Everybody wanted, Intergalactic. We were never going to see. It's too early. But I want to get into it. You guys want the show. Let's start off with Mooch. What did you think of the overall show, and why did you give it an 8?
So the main reason, honestly, Blaze, is because the show itself, I thought, like you said, it was entertaining. Same thing we've been giving credit for, and you have to give credit for the Xbox side too, right? Like, they've had some good shows, whether it was the developer direct or their showcase they had over the summer. Like, those are the types of shows where you say from the beginning to the end, whether it was first party or not, was definitely entertaining. This was a good show. I thought it was a good show. Like you just said, you kind of took the words out of my mouth. But you take, like, I have the list here. Lost Soul aside. These are the ones I'm only going to point out a couple, right?
Okay.
Lost Soul aside, right? You, of course, Soros, Tides of Annihilation. And I understand these are not exclusive to PlayStation. These are just games I'm excited for. Midnight Walk. You guys know I love Borderlands. There's no way I'm not psyched. And I was really shocked to see Randy Pitchford talk about having a state of play dedicated to Borderlands. That's a weird little, looks like, I wouldn't say it's nothing exclusive, nothing like that at all, probably marketing rights, but to have some kind of a deal going on between Sony and them, that's pretty cool. And then that was great. And then I'm trying to see here, I had another one on the list. Splitgate 2, psyched for that.
Fire.
Listen, I didn't play Lies of P. That's a shame on me. You know that. And I'm a soul. Listen, I love Souls, right? You guys know that.
That's game 2 right there.
I know, right? And I didn't play Lies of P, but I'll play that. But that's got Overture coming out. Stellar Blade DLC. I just listen. And then let's not. And Jay, I'm not trying to take the spotlight from you here, Jay, because I know you're going next year. But then you also have Days Gone Remastered. Listen, I got the platinum in Days Gone. Here's the thing with that. Okay,
Respect.
real quick.
Hey.
Here's the deal. That game, I absolutely love. Anything post-apocalyptic, especially zombie, I'm there for. The only thing I will say about that is it was a long game. This may be one of the ones that I don't pick up for the extra $10, not because I don't want to. I just probably won't run through that entire game again to get the plat again, if that makes sense to you guys. That's the only thing I'm saying. Shout out to Erica, by the way, in the chat. Good to see Erica. Erica's blowing up YouTube, which is fantastic.
She is.
So shout out to her.
You might be able to transfer your platinum over, right, Bari? Unless they change it.
Well, they didn't do it with Horizon. You might have transfer your save, but if you want to get, like, the platinum, you're gonna have to do like a new playthrough. Maybe it's the same thing. I'm not sure. They didn't mention that in the article, so I'm gonna assume it's the same, just like Horizon Zero Dawn.
Okay.
But I mean, to get back to where the 8 out of 10 comes in, like you said, I'm going through it and I'm like, oh, I'm playing that. Same thing I did with the Xbox showcase. I'm playing that. So like that's the one reason that I don't. And there's other games I didn't even mention, right? And that's fine. There's other great games there. So I thought that was great. But let's get back to what you said, Blaze. The reason it kind of got a lot of bad press was maybe they didn't see enough first party. That's what we keep saying over and over again, right? We don't get enough first party. But at the same time, they're not doing showcases. And now shout out to Jeff Grubb. Jeff, and I'm paraphrasing. I never try to say Jeff said this because poor Jeff, everybody blames Jeff.
Right.
So Jeff didn't say this, but I'm saying, maybe Sony's considering doing a showcase where they're going to do a first party specific lineup.
They better.
And they really, listen, you know what? No, Jay's not wrong, Blaze, because a year ago I said, give them time, let them cook, listen, you can keep cooking, but put out some appetizers, will you? Put something out there so people can kind of wet their beak. They want to see what's coming down the pipe. So I do agree that I do think a showcase in 2025 is necessary. But I mean, that's just me, the 8 out of 10 comes from what you said. We're going to be entertained through 2025 on the PlayStation 5. And that's great. That's why you put that money, that hard-earned money out to get that console. You want to make sure that console is going to have games, whether they're exclusive first party, exclusive third party. Maybe it's a marketing deal. Maybe it's something you get in the game. Whatever it is, the consumer makes that decision. But I thought overall, 45, 50 minutes, it was a good show. And Soros, listen, I platinumed Returnal. I got 120 hours in the Returnal. If this is going to be an alternate universe successor, sign me up. Right?
Returnal, so fire, bro. It's
unbelievable. What a game. And now we're going to get that. Plus, I love the voice actor. He does a lot of great work. So, it's a lot. Housemarque is absolute class.
Underrated. So,
at the end of the day, how do you listen? An 8 means a very good show. Doesn't mean anything outstanding. It doesn't mean it's subpar. It was an outstanding show to see something there, and Soros was enough there to be like, okay, Sony first party, check the box. And I'm glad they stayed away from GAAS. They stayed away from games as a service.
Me too.
No marathon, no fair games. Take a break.
What? Mooch, I need you to relax, Mooch. Okay.
Oh, my fault. My fault. My fault,
Okay.
Jay. My fault.
No, this is the matter of fact. Go ahead and finish off.
No, that was it. That was it. That my rant's done right there. I hope Blaze is happy with that 8 out of 10 explanation.
No. I mean, that's a. Hey, you validated your score.
That's where it came from.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wait, what's wrong with the GAAS game threw you off? What so see, all right, we'll get into it. Go ahead, Bari.
I feel like they need to start promoting the GAAS games more. I don't understand how industry leading live service games or multiplayer games could be showing off their games at ample time, alpha, beta, closed beta, but PlayStation, for some strange reason, don't understand that concept. You know what I mean? You got Elden Ring, that's coming out soon. Closed alpha, closed beta. Monster Hunter, closed alpha, closed beta. All these bigger games. Marvel Rivals, one of the biggest games that came out last year. They've been doing an alpha and beta for almost a goddamn year before the game came out. You know what I mean? But for PlayStation, yeah, I get people. They're kind of finicky when it comes to the live service. But if you're gonna go into that business, that market, there's a certain way how to execute. There's a certain way how to market. There's a certain way to get your game out there. And I feel like they're not getting their game out there to the players that needs to play these games and give actual feedback to these games so they can determine if it's good or bad. I understand that it costs a lot of money to put out these GAAS live service type games, but they're the ones that's doing it. You know what I mean? And I'm all for playing a live service game. You know what I mean? But for me, the state of play. Yeah, shout out to P-Rod. The state of play, I gave it a 9 out of 10 because there's a lot of games that I saw that I'm highly interested in it, and when the pre-orders went up, it's already bought day one. You know what I mean? My one of my favorite games of all time, top 3, Metal Gear. We got a release date trailer for that. I'm already hooked. Games like Tides of Annihilation, you already know. If you know me, you know me. That's
was that the Souls like?
Nah, the action game with the Gwendolyn, the girl, with the sword, and she could summon the knights and all that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Then you have Liza P.
Yeah, you reacted to that, low key. Okay.
Yeah, Liza P, one of my favorite games in 2023. Now we're getting that DLC. Absolutely hyped for that. Stellar Blade, new stuff like Mooch was listing them all. So yeah, I agree with a lot of stuff that was shown. It caught my interest. And then we got, Soros, a new game from Housemarque, which, the curtains are being opened up a little bit more when it comes to first party. Yeah, my biggest criticism when it comes to the state of plays or the PlayStation itself is, yeah, they know what the fans want. they know what we want to see. We want to see more from first party, especially after all these bad news coming in, game cancellations, studio closures. We just want to have that communication as far as like, hey, what the hell is going on here? Are the studios good? What are they doing? We're in like the second half of the PlayStation 5 now. You know what I mean? We should be knowing what's coming in 2025, 2026, even beyond. From my experience, or from what I will want.
You've always wanted that.
Yes. Yo, listen. I always tell people like PlayStation fans, did you just start playing PlayStation? Because there's no way you can experience the PlayStation 4 and then you be happy with what PlayStation is doing now with the PlayStation 5. It you know what I'm saying? It's like I always compare it to like if you had a girl or you have a wife or whatever, your counterpart, and they cook you steak every Sunday, and then all of a sudden now you don't have no steak every Sunday. You're gonna be like, oh, that's just part of the relationship. No, motherfucker, no. Like, what the hell is going on? You know what I mean? Like, end of the day, there was a certain way that PlayStation would like to market things, or how they did market things. You always knew what was coming, and you always knew the future of the games coming out. I don't understand how is that issue. A lot of people just say they don't need no roadmaps, or they don't need that. It's because they're just going along with the wind, want to feel good about what PlayStation is doing rather than being realistic. Like, yeah, nah, this is what we experienced last gen. Why is such a sudden change without any explanation? But I like what they did with Soros, and that's what I would like them to do more. Is that okay? You revealed your game, that you spoke about. Oh, we're going to see it. We're going to see more gameplay later on this year. You know what I mean? That is a simple 1 line, 2 lines, 2 sentences that you can have that communication. Like, oh, okay, reveal trailer, no gameplay, but we're getting gameplay later. Something to be excited for the PlayStation fan, and hopefully they would do that more as you know they progress and announce some of these games. But yeah, I personally like the state of play. I know that caused a ruckus. I didn't even know that was going to cause such a ruckus. Just me liking a state of play like that. But hey, it is what it is.
No, hey, that's valid. Listen, as long as, in my opinion, bro, as long as you can articulate yourself and why you like this, you know what I mean? You're not just fucking shilling. Like, if you got legitimate reasons why you like it, you named your games, you named the reasons. And the thing is about state of play, and I want to get to P-Rock right after this. The thing I don't understand is why the fuck are people surprised? Like, how many state of plays do we have to have until people realize we're not going to get 3, 4? I think the first state of play, we got three game, right? They showed Horizon and God of War, right? But like, usually we don't get that type of shit, bro. It's like maybe one first party game, right? And then a bunch of third party deals.
I mean, state of play is typically known. You're going to have your first party deals here and there, but they're typically known to promote their partners, their third party games that PlayStation, makes a lot of money from. You know what I mean? So
right.
if they're not indicating within that article as the announcement, here's what we're going to be doing at the state of play, I don't understand. Like, yeah, you could be anticipating, you could get excited, you can, what I mean? Because even in my prediction stuff or what I would like to see, yeah, of course I was listening first party because yeah, I think there needs to be a better direct communication with what's coming or what PlayStation Studios doing. But if they're not specifically saying, hey, we got games from first party studios being there, you know what I mean? It is what it is, but I don't know.
What'd you give it, P-Rock?
Right. So before I talk about that, obviously, Blaze, I like your background, but Mooch, that is some fine Italian decor you got behind you. Like, holy cow. My next house, listen, whoever is your interior designer, listen, hey, I need to come down to Florida when I live there. That layout, that background is like, holy shit. Like, wow, that is beautiful.
Well, listen, I want to say thank you, P-Rock, but I also have to say that I'm literally redoing the back of it in like about 3 or 4 weeks. These are just bookshelves that I had back here, and I just put some different
that's fine oak right there.
That is some good Italian decor right there. I'm like this whole time I'm talking, I'm just like, wow, that's a really nice room.
He's reading the games in the background.
I don't even know what J Bari said. I wasn't even paying attention. I'm just like, yo, that is a really nice room.
I appreciate
like look
the
at
shout
it.
Out. Well, now I feel bad. I'm gonna have to cancel what I was doing.
You better be careful because you got the lighting. The Gears of War picture matches the color of the wall.
It does match the wall. It does match the wall. Yeah. I'll tell you, man.
No, that is so that is like 10-10 decor.
Thank you.
That's his game room. I think that's his man. Is that's the man cave?
This was definitely encouraged by the great Blaze 4K. Look at Blaze. He has his couch, the seat right there.
Blaze got the starship over there.
So Blaze, he got a starship. Yeah, he has a whole starship.
I did the
in
same
his
thing
thing.
Blaze's got. I got the TV right up over here. I got you know what I mean? I got everything's right over here. So that way it's just like Blaze's setup. I'm like, I need to have a space right away from the kids, the family, everybody. You got to get away. You know what I mean?
Blaze setup is get your money right. That's his setup.
Yo, that's true, man.
Bro, you know what,
Yo, Blaze is like Blaze is like the oracle. Like he's just like he's like monitoring the world right now. He has access to everything. He's like he looks like them. They're like them hidden black, you know, what you call it, those Black Ops guys.
Yeah.
And they're just watching you 24/7. Like you can't hide.
But
like,
you know how it is, bro.
Let's answer this question real quick, Blaze.
Go ahead.
Is the Matrix real? That's
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Bro, you think, listen, my shit ain't nothing, bro. Go to YouTube, bro. This is dog shit compared to
I don't know,
I'm telling
man.
you, bro. I'm telling you, bro.
You got to be careful. It's the dudes with the hoodies and that, you know, when you wear a hat and a hoodie, but you're indoors. It's like I've got a hat, but he also has the hoodie, so he's in some Black Ops stuff. He's doing some Black Ops stuff. He got
and my
the
logo's
beard.
better than yours too. You see that?
Absolutely, as you should. Oh no, hell no! I thought that was the SolidCast. Nah, boy.
Yeah, he don't like Boston.
You go around the world. This is what they're wearing. They don't know why they're wearing it, but they're wearing it.
That is true. It is iconic. You're right. Mooch is a Mets fan anyway. Go ahead.
Steve Cohen's got something to say about that Puerto Rock. Give us 20
you know what I'm
years.
saying? Hey, he put up the money. I ain't gonna lie.
That man put the money down. Did you see
it seems like LA and the Mets are the new Yankees. I'm like, what happened?
Did you see what he's doing? He's making like Mets land. Do you see? He's got the casinos, the hotels, the water parks. It's gonna be crazy. I'm telling you, dude. Right around Citi Field. That is an unbelievable thing. Listen, I'm diehard, right? I love Queens. I love it all. But my point being is that whole area around City right now, it needs some TLC. If he's gonna do that, beautiful.
Yeah,
beautiful.
Wow, he is. He's doing his thing. He's doing his thing. I'm not gonna lie.
Mooch ain't gonna throw no Mets cap on right now.
But I'm gonna tell you. But I'm gonna tell you. At the end of the day, you got to win a ring. It don't mean a thing without the ring.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Listen, if we don't win, P-Rock, I'll give it 2 years. You have a 2-year window right now. If we don't have a ring in 2 years, this whole thing's a bust.
Yeah, exactly.
Whole thing's a bust. I'm with you.
Exactly.
Don't mean a damn thing without the jewelry. That's right.
All right, back to the state of play. So I gave it a 7.5.
Damn. Okay.
I'll tell you, but it's not a bad score.
No, it's a good score.
Pony.
I think it's a good score. I'm
negative. That's what it is, bro. I hang around with Jack too much. I
don't think 7.5 is a bad score. But I'll explain what I like out of it. One, I like Shinobi Art of Vengeance. Now, I'm not really as much into indie games like that anymore, but for whatever reason, like seeing the gameplay and seeing them playing it instantly brought back on the days I used to play on Genesis when I used to play Revenge of Shinobi. I used to play that game. So the reason why I'm getting that game is to pay homage to the young Puerto Rock that used to be on the Genesis playing Shinobi. I want to hopefully I could relive those moments again. So I'm interested in Shinobi Art of Vengeance. Of course, Lost on the Side. I've been waiting for that game since 2017.
Sheesh, finally.
When Iron Wolf put me on. So it's finally here, May 30th. Directive 8020. I just finished a couple of weeks ago, The Devil Inside. So I caught up to that franchise. So I'm looking forward to the next Dark Anthology from this. So that's pretty cool. Onimusha 2 Remaster. I think that's great. I kind of wish there was a PS5 version, but I get it. Probably budgeting, time, and all that stuff, and what Capcom is doing between Monster Hunter, and they're also making the new Onimusha. So that's why I don't have too much of a heartache over it because they are bringing Onimusha Way of the Sword in 2026.
Capcom loves
it. So I'm like, you know what? Yeah. So I'm like, all right, I get it. You know, there's a lot of projects. All right. J Barry mentioned it. Metal Gear Solid 4, Metal Gear Solid 3 Delta. I'm in. Day one. I'm a Metal Gear Solid guy.
Don't ask me to be in no podcast that week.
No, it's a wrap. I'm gonna be honest. Am I gonna podcast that week? I don't know. It's up. Hell Is Us, September 4th. That looked good. So that's another game I'm looking forward to. Days Gone Remastered. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna skip it. I'm not worried about it.
That's what I was saying, P-Rock. Before you got here.
Whatever. For those who love the game and they want to play a better version of it, or if you never played the game before, play this one. If you never played Days Gone before, don't play the PS4 one. You have the opportunity to play a better version. Just play the better version and stuff like that. Celebrate DLC. I love the game. I play Celebrate is one of my top 3 games, most played games for last year. Tides of Annihilation. I'm loving this. Phantom Blade, Lost Soul Aside, Stellar Blade, Tides of Annihilation. Keep them coming. Ninja Gaiden 4. Them action games keep feeding me because I'm gonna buy them all. So I love it. Mind's Eye. That was pretty interesting, but I need to see more of it because what they show me, it might be janky. It might be like so, but I am gonna keep that on my radar. And then finally, Housemarque Soros. Come on now. Like,
fire, bro.
Like, think about it. Housemarque now is just delivering their second new IP of the generation. I'm there day one. They're just good. I know they're not the big 10 million, 20 million sellers, but man, their games are good. So
fun
that's
game,
it. And so when you look at all those games now,
P-Rock, can I ask you a question real quick? Because listen, I'm going to break it down before we move in. Tides of Annihilation did something insane. So they introduced the game to us, and then the next day or day after, they did a what was it, a 12-minute, 14-minute gameplay
reveal. Yeah.
When is that game coming out? And when have you seen a game with that kind of confidence? Like, I never even heard of this team.
I know it's just it's beautiful. But you know what? I think that's beautiful. I like
it's amazing.
A new team that comes out of nowhere, and you're like, we need more of that. We need more.
It looks polished as hell.
Looks real good.
Yo, I thought I saw 2025 that is coming, but I guess that we get more news in 2025. But I hope it come out this year. I don't know, but we'll see. But yeah, that game looks phenomenal to me, man. I'm sold already on that.
Now, the reason why I gave State of Play 7.5 because it could be better, just certain things. And I'm not talking about exaggerate better. Like if they would have showed gameplay of Soros instead of just a teaser, I think I would have gave it an 8, right? Because they showed the game and what the gameplay is. Okay. Maybe if they would have talked about Wolverine, and I don't want to use the word expectation, but maybe that is the right word. Wolverine has been announced so long ago that you can't reasonably be upset, or if a person says, damn, Wolverine should have been there, it's reasonable that it should. Because at least we're not talking about like Intergalactic or Ghost of Yotai, which right. Wolverine has been so far in the shoot that when are you going to actually talk about it?
1,200 days.
Yeah. When are you going to say something else about the game? State of Play would have been a good avenue. Now, that's not saying there isn't a State of Play. Maybe in November, September, they have a dedicated State of Play on Wolverine. That could potentially happen.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's unreasonable to say at least that one game, should have been at the show, right? And maybe
my game would have been Yote, P-Rock. Like Wolverine, I understand that not being there, but how is a game like Ghost of Yote not there?
Facts.
So
that's facts.
Well, I can say, I can say Yote because it's a little bit new announcement. So the way I look at it is just the time of the last time we talked about Wolverine. It was 2021. And we haven't got anything new in 2022, 2023, 2024. And now it's 2025. And still no talk. Ghost of Yote was last year. All right. They could produce something new. They still got a little bit of time to give us something new, but Wolverine, man, it's been like 4 years since you said anything else since the first initial reveal, right? To be honest, the last thing that we did get was the whole, I don't want to say leak, but the the spillage. Yeah. And all that they will show Wolverine in a negative light. You know what I'm saying? So I think they should have sold something else at this State of Play. I don't think that's unreasonable, just that one game, given how long ago we had Wolverine, no news on Wolverine. I think that would have been okay.
I feel like they need a dedicated State of Play for that, P-Rock, though.
But I hope that would be nice. But that's what I say. The opportunity is there in 2025 to do that. Like a dedicated showcase for Wolverine. And I'll be, if they do that.
When do you guys think that Yote is coming out, though? What
is this year? No,
I know it's this year.
I say
what
July
month?
or June. June or
Here's
July.
the thing. I thought it was going to be I really thought it was going to be first half of 25, which would mean that I thought we were going to get a dedicated State of Play, right, for that. The problem is that if Borderlands is getting a dedicated State of Play,
you're right.
Is Yote going to be later in the year?
It's probably summer.
Bro, this year is summer.
I think it's going to be around. I think it's going to be around Tsushima. The thing is, PlayStation market so close to when they release now.
Was it June?
Yeah, it was summertime.
The last one came out in June.
It came out July, July.
July. Yeah. Probably the same.
They've been marketing their games like 3 months, before the game come out. So if whatever next state of play, if they don't have that, then I'm like, all right. If they don't show that game, it's definitely late because they definitely they confirmed it's coming out in 2025 in the quarter 3 earnings report. But yeah, I mean, we'll see.
Bro, it's gonna be a busy year, bro. Like a busy year, bro. It's gonna be a packed fuck. If everything comes out how it's supposed to come out, it's gonna be a strong year, man. A really strong year. And I heard that Borderlands 4 is dropping. Did they give the date for Borderlands 4? So it's not gonna September. So GTA's got to be November or December, one of them. It has to be.
Yeah.
Because 2K is not going to do that, bro. So there was a lot of good games being showed. One was what was that shit called? Hell Is Us. That was an interesting game.
Yeah.
I thought that was a cool game. Bro, I don't know if you guys ever played Pixel Junk Shooter. I played on a Vita. Little game. Little game. That was interesting to see that, just for like the little games I'm going over. And bro, I'm a big Sonic racing fan, bro. I like them games, bro. I like them better than Mario Kart's, low key. I swear to God. I know it's a bad take to a lot of people, but I do like them games better than Mario Kart. So I think, like I said, I think
Blaze, you better be careful, Blaze. They gonna call you Pony. You a corporate slave, and you better be careful how you talking, bro. What the hell's going on?
Listen, I think that's a fact. I think it's a better game, bro. I told you they call me a pony. It's like, bro, I'm over here giving the show a 5 out of 10, but I'm a dick eater. You know what I mean? Like I said, I think it's who I hang out with. You hang out with BG and Jack Move, it rubs off on you. Like, yeah, maybe it was a mid show, but for real, looking at Liza P for me was like, bro, you play Liza P, J Bari. I know Porter Rock and Mooch.
Absolutely, I love the fuck out of that game.
Bro, I didn't play it yet. I have it. I haven't caught up to it yet.
What a game, bro! You see the snow with the lights. Oh my! Like I can't wait to be in that world,
it's
man.
Prequel too. It's before.
Is it
happened
fire?
Yeah.
Because at the end they showed the little the red slippers. What's her name? Wizard of Oz type shit, right? Did you see at the end?
Yeah.
But yeah. I wanna really like be more critical about this shit. I feel like. Am I being too negative though? What do you think? Like, do you think a 5 is way too low?
It depends. What did you expect? What did you want out of it? Like legitimately, what would you have liked to see?
I wanted to see Housemark and I see him. That's why I was like, bro, you seen the little short I made? I seen you.
They gave you what you want.
I know, bro.
So why is it 510? You got what you wanted. You predicted something. Sony says, I got you.
No,
you tell him 510?
I get where he's coming from though, P Rock, because my initial score for the last state of play was a 4 out of 10. And that state of play, it revealed, Ghost of Yote. Sucker Punch is like one of my favorite developers from PlayStation. And I love that. Ghost of Tsushima is my favorite game from PlayStation last generation, right? So even though that was revealed, and from a studio that I wanted to have the game reveal, the rest of the show didn't match up to that trailer for me. So that's why it was so low. But this show right here, we got Soros, but the other games that was shown, multiplat or not, the games were still hype for me. Like it caught my interest. So that's why I have it so high.
All right. So it really depends on really the games and stuff like that. Like 7.5 to me is like if you show me a decent amount of games, you'll get a 7.5. Yeah. 8 or higher is you did something like, oh shit. Oh, you know what I'm saying? Like those wowzers. Now you're in wowzer territory for me. Why I like Housemark's announcement, I'm like, oh shit. But they gave me a trailer and I'm like, okay. You know what I'm saying? If you would have showed gameplay where I could be like, ooh, now I see what I'm about to play, it would have bumped it up and stuff like that, right? But yeah, I get it. But depends, 510, it depends really. I think the 510 guys, this is my opinion. And maybe this is, I don't know. But when I see from the guys who are giving 510 is usually they want 4 or 5 first-party titles announced. Where's the God of War? And they even want games that from rumors. Like I had people in my comment section when I did the video on State of Play, they'd be like, Portrak, you capping, what happened to the God of War game? I'm like, what God of War game? Like
the remaster?
Like you're really gonna dig the show based on a rumor or something that might not even be true. That doesn't make sense. Like I could play that game with any show or whatever, right? So that's why I didn't like
Bloodborne remake.
Bloodborne remake. Like every show gets
that will blow up the internet, but
every show gets digged. Yeah, every show gets digged because the Bloodborne remake didn't make it. Like what? You know what I'm saying? Like what are we talking about here? You know, so it depends. So, but I think the biggest trend was they wanted multiple first party titles to be shown. But like you mentioned earlier, State of Play has been around for a while. To be exact, March of 2019. So almost 6 years. If you don't know how a State of Play is by now, then either you're just trolling, you're new to the community, or you're a grifter. But it's 6 years old, right? And it's not changing in stripes. You know, we've seen the routine is usually, you know, keeping up with information on what the third parties are doing. If they do have a special tribute to a game, is usually isolated, like the Borderlands. We've seen that before with Horizon, you know. So yeah, chances are Wolverine will get his due, Intergalactic will get its due, you know, Soros will get its due, things like that, right? But State of Play's been around for 6 years, so we know how it generally is, and I would say most of them has been mediocre or not so good at best. There's only a few I could think of. I could be honest, I could think of this one and maybe two more out of the 6 years that I can say were good.
Which one was the Happy Feet one?
The Happy Feet.
Yeah, when they showed Happy Feet. You remember that?
Oh, you mean
you talking about the game Baby Steps.
Baby steps. Oh, like Happy Feet. Isn't that the
Happy Feet?
That's that was actually the
Pixar
last showcase. That was the last showcase.
That was the last one.
Happy Feet. Bro, I got too many kids. I got too many kids.
I'm thinking,
I want to ask y'all this right here, right?
Go ahead, man.
Because now we see the trend of the internet due to what Microsoft is doing. Everybody is saying exclusives are bad, right? Exclusives don't matter no more. We're keeping it pushing. But if people love multiplat so much and everybody get to play the game, why are people so hell-bent about this State of Play? What's going on? Like, because everybody criticism of the State of Play is where are the exclusive games? But the trend is going in now, with a quote-unquote trend is going on.
Facts.
That exclusives don't matter.
Great point.
It's not a part of the industry no more. So why are you so hell-bent about PlayStation not showing exclusive games?
Great point, bro. Absolutely. He's dead on, bro. Yo, Puerto Rock, what did we say? People glaze the PS4, but they criticize the PS5. You know what I mean? They glaze the PS4 for being awesome, for having single player games, but yet everybody wants GAAS games. They want multiplayer games, including myself. And I really wanted to get into that.
They want games everywhere.
Jay Bari made the lemon face when Mooch brought up GAAS games. And I who here wants multiplayer games from PlayStation?
I do.
I do.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's a
well,
fair.
Come on, put our comeback, bro.
That's a fair request, though. I mean, like, why shouldn't you want multiplayer games from PlayStation? But the thing is you just don't want to see them completely do what they did. They shifted. They completely went on the other side of the teeter-totter, right? Like you got there's an equal balance. The other thing is I don't know about you guys, but I miss the old days where the multiplayer was just part of the game you bought, right? Like
yeah, true.
That's I don't know why. I understand they don't make nearly the amount of money they need to make off that. I get that, but at the same time, I think it's like that's the way that it was amazing because everyone bought the single player and then bam, everybody was on playing that night, that next day, that weekend. They're like, let me just get through this single player real quick, and I'll meet you guys on multiplayer next week. You know what I mean?
Right.
Let me get through this story real quick. And
I mean, that's the sauce that PlayStation need to stick to. Like, like I don't understand that's the whole multiplayer type push. As much as I would like them to have a successful multiplayer game, like even with something like Concord, I know. Yes, I'm going to bring it up, P-Rock. I apologize. But something like Concord, right? How did you miss not having a single player portion to that game? You know what I mean? That would tie people into it. Like, hey, you know what? Yeah, this character might not be appealing to me, but it was cool in this situation that happened within the story. You know what I mean?
You know who they are.
Yeah, like you gotta have you can't forget your sauce, your essence, your fragrance, you know what I mean? Which is the narrative part of gaming. So even if you go into multiplayer, I agree. Yeah, you should also always have that single player component. You know what I mean? But yeah, I'm always in with everyone as far as like they were doing way too much 12 live service games. Nah, we don't want that. You know what I mean? Don't mess with what we already like. You know, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. But I'm not going to be opposed of them trying to get into that market because it is a big market and it will be more beneficial for them to have a game rather than going for third party, you know what I mean, and whatnot. So hopefully they can get that game. but the way how they're approaching it, how they're executing it, has been terrible. And I don't have no faith within them in the live service market. To be honest with you, as much as I want them to do it, I don't think they got the chops for it. To be honest with you.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, when you put Bluepoint to do a live service God of War game, you really lost the plot. Someone needed to get tarred and further for that one. Like, whoever thought about two people, whoever thought up the idea, and whoever greenlighted it.
Yeah.
Both like pack your shit, pack your office, go.
I love Bluepoint. Shout out to Bluepoint, man.
But that's what I'm saying. But why would you? Why? Like, why would you make them do this? Why would you make them do this? You know, that's absolutely asinine, right? And that was my main concern. And I think on Mooch's Crossfire podcast, we talked about it with Brap. That was always been my main concern, that the budget they're giving them, 12 live service games. And I'm like, that's a lot of projects. And I don't remember 12 centric multiplayer studios. So they're going to have to use some of these single player studios if that's what they want to do. And that's exactly what they did, right? And it's like, one good point that we noticed, right? Well, I'll say this. Now that we have a little bit of reflection, when they made the Last One remastered, the full remake, they didn't include the factions multiplayer, right? In the full remake.
The PS5 version.
The PS5 version. And what was the number one thing gamers were saying? That's okay. It's okay because of what?
Factions.
Factions 2 is coming.
Yeah.
Factions 2 is coming. So
single player.
Yeah, they play. It played for single player, and Factions 2 is coming anyway, so they don't need to. Well, guess what? You didn't get Factions 2. So this thing screwed up a lot of things. You know, it screwed up timelines. Now, SonyBend, we're not going to get a game from them this gen. At best, if they decide to do, unless they do it, he's going to get out of here. Nah, man, we're not playing that. We're not. Listen, let's say if you did want to count, so you're going to have to pick a lane. Let's say if PlayStation gamers want to do that. Let's say they want to play that game, right? They want to do the console one. Says, oh, no, they got Days Gone Remaster, that counts. All right, cool. But I thought we didn't buy new consoles for old games. So now, which narrative? I did not buy a PS5 for Days Gone. Did not. That Days Gone remaster is not a system selling game. It's cool that they did it for those whatever, but pick a lane. Days Gone. Oh no, SonyBend made a game, but then you are buying consoles for old games.
You know what I always said.
So that's what happens. That's what happens when you put yourself in that predicament, right? Like, no, like to me, SonyBend screwed themselves. Not screwed themselves, but this whole live service concept screwed certain studios from even giving PlayStation gamers who bought the console at least one game. SonyBend's not going to have one new game this gen. They can't. Even if they did a remake, right? A full-blown remake, which they probably could knock out in 3 years. Let's say a remake of Uncharted 1. Let's say they go the path of least resistance.
I would love
and
that.
They do it, and people will love it. People will love a full-blown remake of Uncharted 1, which is a PS3 game. Okay, cool. And they take some 3 years. That's 2028. That's literally PS6 window. So that's a cross-gen game.
Yeah,
and
that's all we're gonna get.
And the game might be a smaller scale too. If you want to push it out,
let me ask you a question, and if you guys have the facts down, just let me know because I'm unaware of this. But I have a feeling that Bend was still probably working on something else. P-Rock, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to diffuse a bit of you saying that we're gonna have to wait all the way till 2 years into the PS6 to see something from. And then listen, you go, well, Mooch, where are you coming up with this? Here's where I'm coming up with this. The Naughty Dog did The Last of Us 2 remastered. Naughty Dog was working heavily on Factions, got canceled, and Naughty Dog is making significant progress to have Intergalactic out by the end of this generation.
Good point.
All I'm saying to you is everyone's assuming that these teams are shot.
A bigger studio though.
No,
well, wait, did you say good or large?
No.
Like
That's
no.
That's why Naughty Dog is their biggest studio. So they have the people.
What kind of?
I don't think SonyBend.
What's the differential here? We're talking in people labor force.
I don't. Like they're talking about teams because I think from conversations
more than that.
Yeah, from conversations, the multiplayer alone they hired like 2,000 contractors, and they were all in on that. Then you still had a team that was doing 2 projects. So I think Naughty Dog has a lot of multiple teams. Look at Insomniac. That's another example. Insomniac has a studio in Raleigh, Durham with teams, and then they have Santa Monica Insomniac.
It says
I
here,
don't think Sony.
Ben Studio has over 220 employees.
Yeah, I don't think that's enough to handle multiple.
Listen,
projects.
I'm not even
Like,
saying that's enough. I'm not trying to make.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
I get where you're going. I get where you're
Yeah.
going, though, Mooch. I get where you're going. Like, I'm semi agreeing with you because I would say that they probably have a game in concept. I don't know if they've been developing.
Right? Did they take it to the next level?
Yeah, like Naughty Dog, they've been developing.
That's right.
Intergalactic for 4 years.
right.
You know what I
Yes.
mean? So
Yeah.
They've been working it, and they have another title. They said they're working because they said they're working on two projects.
That's right.
Two projects, yeah.
So they have the people to do that. I don't think SonyBend is that big,
Mm.
you know, and I don't think they invested in SonyBend to grow them to do that. That's the problem.
Hold on, it says Naughty Dog has 200 to 500 employees.
But they hire contractors for them by the thousands. Like, remember, The Last of Us 2 had like 2,000 people working on it. Like Sony, like Naughty Dog is their golden child. If Naughty Dog says, "Hey, we need 5,000 people," all right, here you go.
Yeah.
Well, let me.
And they deserve it. They rightfully deserve it.
I'll be shocked if
They do.
SonyBend just pops out a new game announcement like how Naughty Dog did. To be honest with you,
I
I'm
hope
not
so.
saying this is not the case, but I would be shocked.
hope so.
Naughty Dog is just a different beast when it comes.
And the reason why I
with
would say this, because what's his name? When Jason Schreier released the thing, he said he's got his statements and official press from Sony. And Sony's official press said that, yes, the games are canceled, and now they're going to work with SonyBend and Bluepoint for their next projects. That means they're going to start, you know, they didn't say they're going to now put resources in games and other games they already have in development. They said they're going to get with them to figure out the next step, which means they don't have anything. Now they're going to figure out, all right, what we're going to do from here. Now that we cancel these projects,
Go buy that remaster. Stop playing.
well, that's probably for Bluepoint is easy. Just remaster Bloodborne. Like that. That's literally. Listen, I'll be honest. That's the literally easy answer because that's the one game everybody wants.
Am I the only one? Listen, I love Bloodborne, right?
But everybody wants that.
But hear me out. Is that what everybody says they want that? But you know, honestly, do a poll in the audience here, Blaze. Do people want a remaster or do they want a remake, a sequel? I want Bloodborne 2. You can keep the remaster.
That's fine. But that game's coming out like
Bloodborne. Yeah.
That game's going to come out between 2030 and 2032. So that's a PlayStation 6 game. It's not a PS5
you say
game.
Bloodborne 2.
I said Bloodborne 2, yeah. Bloodborne 2 will be a PS6 game. At the minimum.
We know Miyazaki's not working on it.
The reason why I think the remaster or remake is going to be a much sure shot bet is because, like, even with Bloodborne 2, like, story-wise, where are you going to go with that? You know what I mean? But with a remake, you can introduce a game to more people. You know, they're doing their whole PC push as well. So I'm not going to be surprised if that release on PC. You know what I mean?
See J Barry's soul. You can see him say that his soul got sucked out.
This is why I want to go back to the remaster thing, because, you know, from the beginning of the PlayStation 5 generation, I was always saying that, yeah, it's cool that these games are getting these PlayStation 5 updates, 60 frames or whatnot. But the fact that now you're pushing into PC, it's not a good look that you have the PC version of this game with all the bells and whistles, but you're not doing anything for your core audience on the PlayStation 5. So when I see a Days Gone remaster, a Horizon Zero Dawn master, am I overly excited? No, but I'm more so like, yeah, you should be doing that, because if this is your core audience, they should also get the best way to play it as well. You know what I mean? You can't just have a PlayStation 5 here and then not do anything with these games. Meanwhile, you're dropping these games on PC because it's not selling. You know, well, my mind, we know it is selling, but it's not selling the PlayStation 5 to a lot of people because it doesn't have an update rather than the actual PlayStation 5 version. But we all know PlayStation 5 is selling well, so I guess I'm wrong.
Yeah.
But can I ask Mooch this? If Naughty Dog can get shut down in making a multiplayer game, I feel like it can happen to anybody, bro. If Naughty Dog can be fucking, and how do you guys
they did it
feel
to
about
themselves,
that?
though.
Listen,
I don't think Sony. They did it to themselves.
I don't understand this.
We gotta remember
I would work as hard as I could to keep that project alive. If it could not become a games as a service, they could have just made Factions 2. They could have dumbed it down and made it, 1.5x. You know what I mean? Better than it was the original one. I played the original one till I don't even know how long. My fingers were bleeding. Like, the game was fantastic, do factions too. You'll get some money. You might even make Hellblade 2 money. It doesn't have to be games as a service like Craig, right? You might get I'm sorry, Helldivers
2, buddy. Oh, like, wait a minute.
Yo, Helldivers 2. I meant Helldivers 2, not
that's
Hellblade.
a low bar.
Yo,
you know what? They could.
Why not? Why not? Right?
No, they could dumb it down and just add it to The Last of Us 3, which I think would really be a big deal for The Last of Us 3.
That's fine.
In a simple multiplayer.
Or pass it on to a different
Absolutely.
studio. You did all that legwork just to have the game canceled.
Right.
Okay, we understand. You don't want to become a live service studio. Okay, but you have all these other developers creating live service games that got canceled and lost jobs or whatnot. Right. Why didn't you pass it on to that? Because all the legwork, animations, all that stuff is done. All you need probably to have somebody do is continue the live service portion of it, keeping the content going. Why wasn't that the case? Well, I don't know.
I say what you call it. If you remember, if you ever looked at Yoshida's interview, he did say at a certain point you have to make a call. Like, at what point do you look at something to say, shut this down? Like, and he even said himself, there could have been projects that they shut down that if they would have kept going, who knows? It could have been Game of the Year, etc. You don't know. But when it's time to shut it down, just shut it down and just move on. Yeah. And then focus on something else. He says so. It isn't like a perfect science, right? It could have. They could have been like, you know what, Naughty Dog, we not shutting it down. Fine, you don't have to do it. We're gonna give it to the Concord devs because obviously they got nothing to do because their game got shut down. Hey, you guys take this over. You know what I'm saying? Like that, whatever.
That's right.
I guess you never know.
Yeah, but they went to Bungie to get advice. Like, I feel like Bungie's in turmoil themselves, and like, why are they going to? You know what I mean? I get Bungie can make a live service game. We've seen it, but you know what I mean? Just for them to like that was like influential to them to like, hey, Bungie said it's not sustainable. You can't have a game like that. It's not going to work. You're not going to make money.
I don't think who that to factions. I don't think Bungie. Yeah. I mean, it's hard to say what the conversation is. I can only go by the official press release, but it just sounds like that they were in over their heads and that they came to a crossroad on who they're going to be. If you want to do this, then you're going to be doing this. But that means you're not going to be doing single player no more. Now, that's not necessarily saying factions wouldn't be successful. For all they know, it could be successful. But if faction is successful, you better be prepared to maintain that successful tempo, which means you can forget about Intergalactic, you can forget about The Last of Us 3 or any other future games. You got to make the content for this game. And I would say Bungie is successful at that because that's what they've been doing. They literally dedicated their time to Destiny, then Destiny 2. And even then, it's a challenge because some, new maps or whatever got rated low, and then light comes back, or they're great, and it's a topsy-turvy. But the one thing that remained consistent about Bungie is that's all they did. You didn't see Bungie in between games be like, oh, we're going to make a new single-player IP. They didn't. They're not. I mean, you could even say the same thing with Rockstar. After Grand Theft Auto 5, they didn't do nothing until Red Dead. And then they still didn't do nothing until, oh, look, another Grand Theft Auto. You're not going to get a new IP from these guys, I doubt, ever. You're going to get Grand Theft Auto, you're going to get Red Dead. And they're happy with that. But the days of getting Manhunt and, Warriors and what is it, Midnight
Max
Club,
Payne.
those days are over. Max Payne, those days are over for them. It's over. They're not doing that no more because they don't need
GT made too much money.
Yeah, and I think that's what Naughty Dog was concerned about. I don't think it's so much. I don't know. Maybe the game could have been successful, but here's the thing. Fair. Let's say if Naughty Dog did make that decision. You know what? Hey, we appreciate the years of you guys enjoying our single player, but faction is going to be great. It's going to have all these great story elements, and it's going to be great. And this is what we're focusing. Thank you so much for supporting us from the single player side. But hey, this is what we're doing. All right. And then what if it flops? Do they shut down Naughty Dog?
But see, just like we were talking about Days Gone, right? And Days Gone's not. I think Port Arc said it's not a system seller, but like I feel like we put too much stock into Metacritic because Metacritic dictated how the perception. A lot of people are sheep, bro. They look, oh damn, Days Gone got a, what did they get, a 78 or some shit? What was it? I forgot what it was. It was it wasn't the
Like a low
PlayStation. Yeah,
I
it wasn't the
can look it up.
PlayStation experience. Let's just say. And I'm just feeling like, yo, but who's reviewing these games? IGN. Who goes to IGN to get any type of info on a game if they want to play it?
71.
Motherfuckers are making their own decisions. They're going to content creators like fucking Porter Rock and Bari and Mooch to get an idea if they want to play the game. They don't
you know
need
what's
to go
funny? Nowadays, you almost know the score you're going to get from some of these big public outlets, don't you? You already know the number.
It's too much politics into game reviews.
Too much. And the first thing you hear is, well, they want to still have access and they still want to have the executives on. I mean, the thing about it is we go there for the news, right? Report the news, give a true opinion on it, and watch your sales, watch your channel skyrocket. You know, that's
the biggest problem. The biggest problem, Mooch, is that we have reviews that people are not finishing these games, and now it's trickling into the gaming community. You know what I'm saying? Even the gaming side of things, everybody hates to be a media person, right? But now everybody wants to be a media person because a game you put in 5 hours, people reviewing it. Well, you know, I could give it this score right now. How you play? You know what I mean? And we're becoming the media now that people despise. That's playing these games, not beating them, but reviewing them and giving them scores. And that's part of why people don't buy and play some of these games, because you have an impression of a game, which people are not disclosing, and that's giving review scores. The gamers do it too.
You know, it's funny. A lot of times we're always sitting here saying that we don't have a lot of games. And the reason I think a lot of times, I think there's a lot of games out. I think there's a lot of games out, right? I mean, that's the thing, Jay, when you sit there and talk about it. People play a game for 5-6 hours. If it doesn't like truly hit for them, they're on to the next, which, by the way, good for them, good for all of us, right? There's a lot of games. So there's a game out there for you. Like when somebody says, you ever notice that when you ever have people say, just talking food and wine for a second, someone will say to you, oh, I don't like red wine. I'm like, you don't like a red wine that you don't like the red wines that you've had.
Right.
You know,
Mooch he will not accept that red wine is bad.
I'll tell you right now, I will find
he said your red wine is bad.
I will find a red wine that you like. But my point being, right, so there's a game out there for everybody. But when it comes down to it at the end of the day, like, I think people's patience are a lot smaller. They're a lot lower. People don't wait long. That's why that's one of my biggest things when my pitch that I'm not a fan of Game Pass is we just went through a list. Each one of us went through a list that was only on the state of play. Xbox had their third party showing, which was awesome as well, plus their developer direct. Hear me out. And then you've got EA, Ubisoft, all of them do their shows at some point, and Jeff Keighley's show. All these games are being presented to us that are coming out. And then somebody goes, Mooch, don't you want to have 300 games, in Game Pass? Buddy, I can't even get to the 15 I want this year, let alone the 300 that are sitting there from years back. So my point being is that's the thing. We have so much right now that's where you're hearing this criticism. You know, like I was saying, I played about, and I put it out there on social media. Like I got the review code from Keymailer, and I got the review code from Xbox. I'm about 5-6 hours into Avowed. And, listen, it's too early for me to sit here. I'm not throwing a number out there. I'm not going to throw a number out there. But I'll tell you right now, you got to play the game a bit. You can't just turn it on, run around for a half an hour and be like, this sucks.
Foot dippers, man.
Right? So you got to play the game. I mean, the game listen, there's definitely critiques to it, but it's got upside. I will tell you that. Like, Jay, you're playing it, and I saw what you said in a couple of your initial thoughts. I'm kind of riding along with you here. The game it's a good game. It's right now, as far as it's not great. It ain't great.
I think the opening is kind of weak, but it's still a cool game. Like I seen somebody post, I have an hour in Avowed, it's game of the year. That's the shit right there. It's like, I'm like,
take it easy.
You know what I mean? We got to start playing these games, and people get too comfortable in foot dipping in these games now.
I got people who just tried Returnal. That ain't my bag. How long you play it for? Oh, I died like 5, 6, 7, 8, 15 times in a row. Screw this game. That game is built. You have to die. You have to
get
learn.
Good.
You have to learn the game. You have to play the game. It's one of the things that I love about Souls.
It's a lost art now.
That is a lost art.
That's why a lot of people got turned on to Elden Ring, right? Where maybe Dark Souls 1, 2, and 3 didn't do it before. Listen, it takes it. But what you have to understand is you have to learn the game. You have to learn the mechanics. Each enemy, you have to sit there. You do have to die. People go, I want to go through a game and not die. That's not how it works. Think about Castlevania. Everyone's like, I love Castlevania. I love the Nintendo era. I love the Sega Genesis era. Think about it. If you said that, you died. You died.
Always die. Contra.
How about even in
You was
Castlevania?
dying
When you're
all the
jumping
time.
you're jumping from one ledge to the other, and the legs just gave out because it was a glitch, and you just right down into the pool. Right. My point being is you died, and so like you got to play the game. You got to try it out. And I think that's what it is. You're saying, they're putting their foot in the pool, Jay, and then taking it right. They're like, oh, the water's too cold. You got to jump in sometimes, right? You warm up.
You got to jump in there.
You got to jump in. So, I mean, that's not for every game. And I'm not telling every player or gamer that hears this that you got to play 15, 20 hours. But you can't play an hour and a half and go, this game sucks. You got to play the game, give it a shot.
Especially if it's about frustration in the game. Like, no.
Especially
like maybe if you're not feeling it, it's not fun, but it's like, man, I died again. Well, yeah, get good.
Yeah.
Stop dying.
Concord haters.
Stop dying.
Listen to Mooch.
Concord
Stop dying.
That goes to Blaze too.
No, I think. Listen, I'm
Drink
definitely a
better
Concord
wine.
hater. I'm definitely a Concord hater, 100%, bro.
I'm not a hater, but I knew. But like I said to Jay Bari,
Yo, that go for P-Rock too. Yeah, P-Rock.
I promise Jay Bari, I will never. How would you say? I would never predict another live service game again. If I see it, I'm gonna keep my mouth shut. Because like Jay Bari said,
you
that's been a curse.
Like
every live service game I told Jay Bari, I'm like, yo, Jay Bari, that just don't work.
Damn, he's the PlayStation kid smooth, bro. What the hell?
I was like, yo, Jay Bari, I don't think that Avenger's gonna hit, bro. He's like, nah, P-Rock is smooth. I'm like, all right. Hey, yo,
bro, you can ask
hold on, P-Rock. No, P-Rock.
You can ask Mooch.
But you like Avengers though.
I like Avengers.
Yeah,
but listen, but here's the thing. I can like a game, but I can recognize recognize when I know it's not like I also liked Forspoken. But I know the issues with it. I can like a game and say I like it because of a certain aspect, but I can admit and understand and talk about everything else that's wrong with it, and that will lead to this game not being successful. Even though I like it.
That's fair.
You know what I'm saying?
Like Avengers. I give Avengers.
Like Avengers. I liked Avengers.
Yeah.
Okay, but I knew it wasn't gonna last long. I'm like, hey, this thing's on his legs. I remember you Persona was like, nah. Literally the next day after the podcast, they shut the servers down.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Like Avengers, I had a lot of criticisms with it, but I did love the game. I didn't want it to die off like that. But I definitely agree with you. There was a lot of issues with the game. For sure.
So like Suicide Squad, I'm like. I'm like, yo, Jay Bari. And I was telling you, everybody told Bari, I'm like, Bari, ain't nobody give a goddamn about Captain Boomerang. Half these motherfuckers don't even know who he is. I'm telling you,
the thing is, in my mind, I agree with you, but I just had to give you bite back. I was just like, nah.
So I was like, all right, we'll see, So, but after that, I'm like, and then Concord was the last one. When I saw Concord, not the teaser, where it was just like refrigerator and sandwich or whatever, but the actual gameplay, like within 10 seconds. And I think we streamed it live on 60 frames. We looked at it and I was like, this looks like Overwatch. Yeah, it's a wrap. Boy, I caught heat on that one. Jay Bari, you even gave me heat. Porter, you got to play it. I'm like, I understand. And this is what I try to say. I'm not trying to critique the critical details of the game. I'm just looking at it as something from like, will this game stand the test of time? Will it be successful? Are people going to be drawn to it? And then at least give it the opportunity to try the gameplay. And I'm like, a lot of people are not going to even give this game a chance. They're going to look at it, say, man, this was like a bad Overwatch, skip. And that's exactly what happened. So I wasn't critiquing the details of the gameplay or the concept. It's just when I look at a game, I'm like, how many people are going to hit buy? Yeah, this doesn't look
not a lot of you motherfuckers.
Yeah,
listen.
I'm like, I looked at it, I was like,
but the thing about it, though, P-Rock, thing about it though, when it comes down to a multiplayer game right now, you got to bring something new to the table. This Concord was a polished game.
It was.
It played fine. It played a lot. There was a lot of mechanics, right?
Mooch, watch it.
It was polished. No, it was polished. It was.
Nobody said the game was broken. Nobody said the game wasn't working. They didn't bring nothing new to the table.
$40.
It was just uninteresting.
Xdefiant,
$40.
$40. That was right. We talked about that. That's probably a problem. But what I'm saying to you though is that at the end of the Xdefiant didn't make it. What did they bring? The game modes were what Call of Duty has.
Xdefiant was broken.
Xdefiant had Wow.
Yo, somebody that
I don't know. J Bar's crazy.
put a lot of hours into Xdefiant.
Me too.
Why do you think? Why do you guys think Helldivers 2? Helldivers 2 makes it because it's not that Extraction's a new thing, but it's new. It's new. No one else is doing it out there in the multiplayer space like that, right? Not right now. So they got that. They added a little bit of the friendly fire. It makes it hysterical when you're killing your buddies. You can bring your buddy right back, though. It's no harm, no foul. The problem with Concord is they brought nothing new with that game. That's what it was. It's not a love or a hate thing. You got to bring something. So when you have
it's lack of interest.
Well, that's why I thought Factions maybe had a shot. Factions was a different type of multiplayer game. It was a unique type of game where you really did have to link up with the other 3 people on your team. If one of you went rogue, okay, let's think about Factions 1. Think about that one guy who's like, I got this. I see these 2. I'm flanking them. That guy died. That guy was dead in 5 minutes or less. Well, you know what I mean? I'm telling you right now, you got to hang
He was dead like a dog.
And the whole crafting, the whole crafting thing too was big.
He didn't listen. He didn't listen. We told him, don't go out there, because if you go out there,
he went out there
fire. And he died like a dog. Like the dog that he is.
But so Factions had something, maybe they could have brought something new. All right, that's over. Who cares?
My thing with Factions, you didn't have to bring anything new. All the thing you needed new is the Last of Us Part 2 gameplay within the multiplayer, and I think people would have been fine with that.
True.
With Concord, it's not that Concord didn't bring anything new. I just feel like when it comes to how they presented the new concepts or whatnot, it wasn't presented as good as other games. Something like a Marvel Rivals. Marvel Rivals is nothing really new other than a different perspective. But the way how they present the information, the way how they explain things is way better than what Concord
also
did.
kind of helps that it's a game
Marvel,
the most recognizable heroes on the planet.
The thing is with Concord,
that kind of helps too.
The thing is with
Concord,
got
the most recognizable heroes.
Concord,
ever.
People compare it to Overwatch, but really, truly, it plays nothing like Overwatch. It's more like Call of Duty and Destiny, 2 games that people enjoy, but people never got to that point to play it to even know that. You know what I mean? So
and the thing is, here's the thing: even though $40 not a lot of money, it's not a lot of money, but it still is. In order to try it, you have to pay. You know, so I think that 40. I think it would have been.
People remember it had a beta. 2 weeks. They still ain't trying.
That's true. It did have a beta. I don't know. So I think it would have been free to play. Even the skeptics would have said, it's free to play, so let me just try it, because what's the harm? All you gotta do is download it and try it, and maybe more people would have been like, wait a minute, this is actually different. That probably would help. Jackman was on. We were live earlier today, and we talked about it quick. And I think it was alluding a little bit to what you were saying earlier, Jay Bari. That game may have had a better reception if they had a single player component to it, or at least they designed the whole thing similar to kind of like Destiny, where it was like a blend of co-op and transitions to the story modes, the weekly strikes, and PvP, PvE. You know what I'm saying? If they could have done this world to where when you jump in, you understand the characters, you understand the story. There's something going on that you can actually now relate to a story, character development, and then PvE. Like PvP is pretty easy. It's really PvP is really about the gameplay mechanics, all that stuff. But if you don't really care about the characters, you need something to help you. Why is these characters here? Like what is so special about them? And a good story, co-op story, could have helped flush that out and get people to be like, "Oh, okay, I get it. I see what's going on." Yeah. Maybe that would have helped. Maybe, but
no, it would have helped big time. To be honest with you, it would have helped big time.
J Bar, you like them characters? And by the way, J Bar, to give you a little pushback, Mooch was on the show when they showed it off. I'm like, damn, they gave that game a lot of airtime. They must really believe in this game. I was saying that to Mooch. We thought the $39.99 price was actually a fair price. And plus, they're coming off Helldivers and this, all the big, you know what I mean? That was a big rush. Everybody fucked with that heavy. And I was optimistic. I wasn't hating on it right away. I really wasn't. And then, I might have stuck a foot in. Maybe I should have put 2 feet in. All right, I'll admit that. I played like 5-6 hours. I'm like, I'm like,
water was too cold.
Yeah, it was too cold for me. I'm like, this ain't for me, bro. But J Bar, I just look at those characters. I'm like, I feel like, I don't know, man. Listen, man. I never want to
visually. I can understand people. No, understand
the
like
graphics
how
were
the
good,
characters look. How the characters
Right.
look. People might not be appealing. I'm not drawn to how the characters look, but I feel like the gameplay of the characters was good. Like a character I personally love was Itzy. She could teleport. She had the SMG gun. She had the fast movements and all that stuff. I was like, yo, I love the fuck out of the character. You know what I mean? Like, but yeah, I can understand people not, especially in this day and age. You got games like Stellar Blade and things like that. You know, people want to, they want to see their characters dolled up or looking good. I get it, but I just felt like gameplay was, more important according to a lot of people that I've been.
It should be more important. It should be.
It wasn't the case when it came to Concord. That's all it is.
No, but again, listen. The gameplay itself was polished, Jay. But again, there was nothing new to the table. We are living in the era of what have you done for me lately? That's what we are looking for. People want new. They want new IP. They want new experiences. They want new crafting, new styles of this and that. And that was listen. I put a good amount of time into Concord because the game worked. It was listen. I can't sit here and tell you guys that I enjoy playing. Would you guys know? I'm almost level 9 prestige in Call of Duty. I'm not that's not even, right. I play that. If I'm playing that multiplayer, why would I not want to play Concord, right? But I will say at the end of the day, I'm not going to sit here and defend Concord because at the end of the day, Concord didn't bring nothing that I couldn't do from Call of Duty. So that's a word to the wise.
The unlock sucked in Concord too. Like unlocking stuff like new.
I heard they made you grind. Yeah,
you did have to grind for a lot.
Yeah,
and you had to pick other characters to get other things for other characters. So
yeah,
that kind of sucked in my opinion. Like Marvel Rivals, cool unlock system. If you want to get certain colors, you can just go and get it. Do certain things in the game, get the in-game currency, or spend your own money.
That game is polished.
It just presented better. Like I don't feel like Concord was not presented as well.
Rivals is polished as a motherfucker, bro. Even when you hover over a character, they're 3D popping out the screen. Like shit is crazy,
the
bro.
Presentation is on point, man. Yeah, I get it. It's Marvel, but the presentation of the game for a free-to-play game is spot on.
I agree.
Yeah. I mean, I'll be honest with you. The thing that P-Rock said is the truth, right? It's the Marvel characters because it's Overwatch. It's Overwatch with Marvel characters. Period.
Third person,
But people love Marvel characters, man.
Absolutely.
They're amazing.
Absolutely. So, I mean, I completely get that. And there's nothing this. I just, myself personally, I've never been an Overwatch fan. So that game style, that play there, like that doesn't, I tried Marvel's it's all right. Like that's not my bag, but like people love it. They love, I see Jay, shout out to BG. I loves it. They're doing videos. I mean, I'm like, this is what you should do with this character. Is how you rank this character up. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, and then there's my old ass. I'm still playing Black Ops 6. I'm still on that. Like that's my multiplayer fix, man. I love Warzone. I love that shit. I love Battle Royale.
That's your bag. No, that's always been your bag. I had to drop Rivals because.
But that's everybody's bag. Call of Duty is always going to be the go-to. That game's never going to die.
I'm done with COD, bro.
Are you really done, Blaze?
I might be coming back, man. They dropping that.
Yeah, you know you're coming back, boy. Stop lying.
Come on,
boy. Stop lying.
Battlefield time, baby.
I haven't played COD in like 2 months. I haven't played.
Yeah, but you're gonna go back.
Oh yeah.
Bari,
they dropping
Battlefield, baby.
Bundle?
Come on,
listen.
Battlefield.
I see how Battlefield.
The Ninja Turtle bundle.
I am excited to see what Battlefield could be.
They got me, bro. Ninja
I'm
Turtles,
excited to see what Battlefield
Transformers, GI Joe.
They found out
in there.
They're like, wow, Bari left. Yo, to drop them turtles.
Hell yeah.
You know what they were saying too, Bari? Like, oh, he don't like it because Xbox, and you know what I mean. Now it's fully on the. You know what I mean? They were trying to.
Yeah,
they were trying to say everybody.
I don't get it. Like people. Y'all know me. I've been in this community for a long time. Like if I say a joke, y'all be like, oh yeah, Bari joking. If I'm serious, oh yeah, Bari serious. The tweets that people be screenshotting, I'm like, yo, how you not see that's a joke? Like, you know what I mean? I play Call of Duty a lot of hours in Call of Duty. I play Call of Duty all the time.
Bro, you Sunday Call of Duties all the time.
Yeah, I never turn off crossplay. You know what I mean? But yeah, I be joking around with these people. Like, if you want to get mad and whatnot, hey, go at it. But I love Call of Duty. I would never stop loving Call of Duty. I just hate how they implement certain things. And yeah, the cheating is not fun, bro. It's not fun.
No,
I don't get how you progress and it makes the game worse. You know what I mean? Like I hate that.
Yeah.
Bro, you know it's an excellent game, and I keep bringing this up every fucking podcast, but I can't help it. because I'm late to the game with Death Stranding, bro. Because I cut my PlayStation in half because I lost a bet, not because I was mad that Spider-Man went to fucking PC, you clowns.
Oh, man.
I'm telling you right fucking now.
Was it the Spider-Man edition you
Bro.
destroyed?
Yo, that hurt my heart when he did that, yo.
Bro, I got another one though. Brand new in the
That
box,
thing was
bro.
even in the article. That made it like a news article. I'm like,
Yeah, that
oh
shit.
Yeah.
shit. That shit
Yeah.
was
Blaze,
But my thing
Blaze,
is-
I saw you on Blaze. You're playing Death Stranding, the directors of the what is it? The
Director's cut.
director's
Bro,
cut. Dude,
game is fucking awesome, bro.
you got me encouraged because listen, Death Stranding 2 is definitely coming out this year. So I was like, yo, once I get done playing, I'm going through once I get done with I think when I'm done with Avowed, I'm gonna go play that. I think I'm gonna go through the directors.
I gotta
see
go
him on
back
my
to it
friends
too,
list
man.
every day playing that. I'm like, I gotta go back.
Mooch,
into
you
that
gotta
game
play
again.
it, bro.
I gotta
bro,
play it again.
It is so fucking special, bro. It's such I never because I was giving Kojima, you Kojima guy. He hasn't put out shit like, bro. What have you done lately? You know, I don't want to walk, bro. That game is so fucking immersive. The music hits at the right
Let me ask
points.
you a question. Let me ask you a
my
question.
God, bro.
Hopefully, the audience
Never
doesn't leave on
in
this.
the
But
chat. One of her lives, she talked about it, right? So she said it was funny. I found it funny because it's true. So she was talking about how she never played a Kojima game. She never played Metal Gear. She never plays on the Zenders. Like, shame on you, Erica. But she never played anything. But she hears, like, us fans are like, he's the Picasso. And she's like, oh, these fans are so pretentious. But then when she said she played Death Stranding, she's like, I get it. Like,
Right.
you have to play his games to understand Kojima.
Yo,
When
I
you
don't
play
like
his
Death
games,
Stranding, bro. I gotta give it
Wow.
a try.
You'll be
But
like,
I didn't like it. I didn't like it. bro.
I get it. Damn.
I
get
liked it. But I
I'm,
want
Like, I
I'm
liked it, and I
gonna
beat
give it another go. I'm gonna give it
I
another
want to
go.
play
like-
the director's cut. But
It's
here's
like-
the thing. But here's my
You
question.
just
to
sit
Blaze,
there and
though.
you be like,
What does the
I get it.
director's edition? I know that they added things for faster travel. Is that something that becomes apparent to you as you're playing through the game, or
Yeah.
do you have to like go to certain areas to get? Like, you know, how do they utilize the new fast movement?
Yeah, they give you a lot of like new benefits. Like you can shoot packages over now with this fucking big cannon. They give you a lot, but you got to
the
get
rocket,
like,
like a
yeah.
rocket looking.
Yeah,
you got to
yeah,
get
yeah.
there. You got to get there though. You got to get at least
Okay,
halfway through the
all
game.
right.
They're not just gonna
I
hand you
got
this
to
shit.
the snow area and I put it down.
Damn, bro, you're damn near. That's where I am right now.
Yeah.
Damn, you're done, bro. Like finish that, bro. What the fuck?
I'm telling you, man.
I
The
like
game
the
is-
boss fight. The boss fight was pretty cool. It reminded me of Metal Gear. But I was
game
just
is
like, I
special.
don't know, man. But I'm gonna give it another
is-
go because I want to play 2 because 2 look interesting. But I gotta beat the first one.
You got to beat the
Kojima-
first one.
Kojima
Damn, I
is
thought it was
interesting.
only me. I'm like, I'm frauding out here. Like, I'm over here, like, oh, Death Stranding 2 look good, but I'm like, I'm looking at my PlayStation, like, yeah. And bro, I got it on PC, but I'm like, listen, PC guys won't get mad at me. I just like earning trophies over. I'm not even a trophy guy, but if I
Right.
gotta earn them, I rather.
feels good.
It just feels good.
Does,
It feels
it
like you're
really
doing
does.
something. I can't
You
explain
hear
it.
that cling? Yeah.
Yeah, bro, it just feels good, bro. I don't know. I'm not even a trophy guy, but like it just.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I'm not like a big trophy hunter, but like the way they pop sound up and then you see your level accumulates. They just Sony was late to the party because obviously 360 did it first, but I think PlayStation did it better overall.
Yo, when you hit a
It's just-
milestone and
yeah.
you get that nice little animation that you hit a milestone, I love that
Yeah.
shit, bro. I love that shit.
But I don't know
Bro.
that, you know, Kojima's, you know, he's special, bro.
He's special for real, bro.
There's just something about him.
And you know what
Well,
else is special? The fucking engine it's being utilized on, bro.
Yeah,
Fuck
Hey, yo,
That's incredible
Erica,
engine, bro.
play a real Kojima game, Metal Gear Solid 3 Delta. Snake
Oh,
Eater. That's
man.
coming out this year.
you gotta play. You know what? Play that.
Yeah,
It
everybody
doesn't
better
matter
be
if you.
playing it.
It doesn't matter if you did. If the good thing about that game is it doesn't matter if you played any of the others. That's perfectly
Yeah, 'cause
fine.
that's the start. That's the start.
That will cover it all, man. That game, boy. Oh my god,
Goated.
I can't
Goated
wait.
game.
I can't wait. That game is goaded.
Let me
Metal
ask you
Gear
guys
Solid
something.
2 is goated.
I know you guys probably already touched on this, but we can quickly go by it. The PSN outage was
Mhm.
anybody too affected? I was told Blaze go outside and touch grass, but there's fucking snow on the ground and it's cold as fuck. So
So
eat a
there's no
dick. I'm not
grass.
going outside. I ain't going outside for you just because you want me to. But yeah, what like for me, I was like, as soon as I restarted my PlayStation, I was
Yeah.
fucked, bro. I was like, damn. And I game. Then they were like, oh, you game share. That's why I bum. Like, if you had money, you. I'm like, bro, what?
Oh,
Like,
my
I just
God.
want to play my game, bro. What are you talking about? Like, so. What do you think is going on? Is there a bigger picture? Is there something nefarious going on, or you think it was? What do you think happened with that? Did they ever say anything? Because I've been off Twitter, bro.
No.
You can. I don't really tweet anymore. I'm good with Twitter unless I gotta share something. Now, what do you guys feel with that? We'll start with Bari. Go ahead.
Yeah, from what I've seen from that Axe PlayStation thing, it was like they had like a in-house technical issue that it caused the issue that PSN went down. But me, I wasn't even like gaming that weekend like that, so I didn't really affect me. But the PSN outages never really affect me unless I want to play a multiplayer game. My PlayStation is my PlayStation. You know what I mean? I have my main one as my primary. Whatever digital game I want to play, you know what I mean? I can just play it right there. So
Are you physical?
No, I'm digital. I'm on digital.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I've been, if this was like the PS3 days or even the early PS4 days, then yeah, it would be an issue. You know what I mean? Because it was going down more frequently around that time. But nowadays, the PSN going down is you know, it's a blue moon. It's every once in a blue moon. So
Yeah,
it's not really an issue like that. So but it didn't affect me at all. But yeah, you know, more proper communication. Not just ask PlayStation and a retweet. You know what I mean? They should explain that. But they did say, what I found it funny that the people that don't be playing on PlayStation, they're the ones that's complaining the most about this shit, right?
Bro.
So these people don't have PlayStation Plus. They don't know that PSN is free. Let me explain to you for y'all. PlayStation Network is free. PlayStation Plus is what you pay for. You know what I mean? So when people say, "Oh, PSN is down," this is what you pay for. You don't pay for PSN. You pay for PlayStation Plus. And they gave everybody that.
PSN was down for everybody. So even the people who don't pay.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
right.
But you do have a good point.
They
can't play your Fortnite. They can't play the Apex. Yep. You can't buy anything from the store.
Bro, that shit said anybody affected playing PS Vita, PS3, PS4. I'm like, God damn.
Everything was down.
Yeah.
But
even your Vita.
They gave 5 days for everyone that have a PlayStation Plus subscription. So they extended it 5 days. And people was upset about that. I'm like, the PlayStation Network went down for, what was it, 17 or even a
something
whole
like
day,
that, yeah.
right?
17 hours, yeah.
And if they gave you extra 5 days for the paid service, how is that an issue for anyone? In my opinion, I was like, okay, this is what you know you kind of want in anything. If your internet goes down, now you're gonna reimburse.
They ain't
me
giving you shit.
Yeah, I know. I'm a call them.
Verizon ain't giving me shit.
I had somebody write me on Twitter. They're like, Mooch, I hope you stand up and say something about this. I'm like, yeah, I'm demanding 2 months car payment.
Yeah.
I'm like, what do you want me to do? You know what I mean? I'm like, yeah, and I'll be honest with you, I was kind of affected by it. And it was funny because I bought the for the Pro, I bought the external physical disc attachment, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you guys know this. I think I won't speak for everybody on the show, but I'm about 80-20, if not 90-10 digital. Right. So even though I bought it, I didn't really hook it up. I just hooked it up like 2-3 days before. I was going to play Uncharted 4, but I was going to play it, the upgraded, but I have the physical disc. So you have to put that in as the key. I paid the $10 to get the upgrade or whatever it was. Right. So I'm playing Uncharted 4. I go to put the physical disc in and it's like, it's not reading it. Right. And it's like error. So then I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Right. So I'm like, maybe I installed it. I did try it out. I knew it worked. And then I go on. Of course, I pick up my phone. They're like, no, PSN's down. Everything's down. I'm like, everything's down. I'm like, oh, all right. I'm like, it's just not able to read. I couldn't put the disc in and play the PS5 version.
Damn, that's crazy.
Right? So like, it did affect me then. I was like, oh shit, that sucks. I was actually gonna have a couple drinks, play this. I was like, because I always that's the thing. You guys see it behind me. I'm a big fan of Naughty Dog. Like, it doesn't matter. Uncharted games, I'll just go back and play through an Uncharted game. I go back, friends of mine that I play like Warzone with, they're like, I can't believe I saw you were on the other day. You're back on The Last of Us. I'll just play The Last of Us through again. I love it that much. Last of Us 1, I've beaten at least 5 or 6 times. Last of Us 2, at least 2 or 3 times. And Last of Us 2, that's a long game. So like, it's like I enjoy their games, but it did affect me, Blaze. I'm not gonna lie to you. But the thing is, and again, this is about PlayStation, but it happened to Xbox. I don't know what it was, 6 months ago, 8 months ago. Remember, because same thing. Everybody was having.
Went down for like 8 hours, right?
It wasn't as long, but they went down. And it's like, I don't know what they can do to fix this. Apparently, that's not a quick fix because it could be any type of interference that they get. So I don't have an answer for the quick fix. That's not my area of expertise by no means. But you would hope. Listen, when things go down for 2 hours, 4 hours, 5 hours, I think they should. If you want to say eliminate it completely, I think that's a pipe dream. But you have to limit it that it's not 20 to 24 hours.
Yeah, but the people making the videos, oh, I'm getting PS3 vibes. Like, bro, relax.
Yeah,
bro.
yeah,
Fucking relax,
pump
bro.
the brakes. Pump the brakes. It's it's not the end of the world. There's other, like you just said, everybody in the gaming community. What do they say all the time? Well, I have a PlayStation, I have an Xbox, I have a PC, I have a Switch.
Right.
My advice is, yeah, they should reimburse us. By the way, what they did, I thought that was good. They owe you something for 24 hours of not getting a product, but go play the Switch, the PC, and the Xbox that you keep talking about. Yeah, like everyone's like, I got everything. How many times everyone we've all had on our podcast are like, why play on everything? First of all,
but it shows you what they really want to play on.
Right? Maybe that's the truth, right, P-Rock? I don't know.
They got everything. Oh, I got everything. Yeah. All right, but what do you really play on?
Yeah, what do you really miss?
I play on PlayStation.
I was in the middle of Death Stranding. I was pissed, bro.
Just because I just want to say,
I don't blame you. I was pissed too. Like I said, I wanted to play. I was playing Uncharted 4, and I was like, "Stop it! Not right now! Come on,
bro!"
I was playing
Friday.
I was playing Silent Hill 2 though, and I was good.
But the timing of it, P-Rock, is a Friday afternoon. Dudes are getting out of work. They worked all week. They want to sit on their balls.
Friday early evening for me. When I found out, it was like, I don't know, 7, 8 o'clock.
Multiplayer guys. That's just whack. I was playing Silent Hill 2 throughout the whole outage. I'm like, all right, I'm good.
Yeah, I couldn't play. I was trying to play Death Stranding. I couldn't play.
You couldn't play single player? How?
No, I don't know. Dude, I was streaming it. My stream's still up. I could not get into the game. Yeah. See. Yeah.
No. I'm not saying because you're broke. I'm just saying if you game share, does the other person? Yeah. So you own Death Stranding, right? You own it. That's your copy.
Yes.
But the problem is your console's in the other house.
Right.
Whoever you game share with.
Yeah, they explained that. Yeah.
And then when you got your PSN down. In other words, you're playing Death Stranding in your house only because you log in with your PSN ID. You don't own it on your console. So you need PSN to be up so that way they can verify the license through your ID
P-Rock,
saying.
All right. So
this is how it works.
P-Rock, you're the tech guy here.
I'm explaining.
Explain this, though. Why was it, though, I had a physical disc of Uncharted 4, but I wanted to play the PS5 edition, which was that's a digital download. The upgrade for that. Is that the reason I couldn't play? Because I had the disc.
Yeah, because it has to recognize that you own the game.
But if I wanted to play the PS4 edition, it probably would have played, right?
You would have played the PS4. You would have been fine with the PS4 edition. You didn't try the PS4 version.
All right.
So because the disc gives you the license to the PS5 version, but they have to verify you have the disc.
Correct. And you need PSN for that. Period.
And they couldn't do it. They couldn't verify that connection.
That's right.
Okay. So that's what it was. But you would have been fine with just the PS4
if I played the PS4 edition.
You would have been fine.
All right.
Yeah, that's what happened.
So you were good. My kid could play too. My kid was playing Mortal Kombat. He's like, I'm playing Rivals. So I'm like, you ain't playing no Marvel Rivals. Shit is down, bro.
He lying. That kid lying now.
No, he was, but he didn't realize he was playing there was like it was bots.
Yeah, they have bots.
He was young.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then he good, but I was playing Silent Hill 2. Great game for everybody who haven't played it. If you love the
very
franchise.
Good game.
Was he playing it physical or digital? P-Rock?
What? I got all digital.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but again, it was owned. I owned it.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, that whole digital thing is crazy, bro. Somebody asked, like, do you think we own these games? Do you think it's just like a rental? And I'm like,
it's a license. You own the license.
It's a license, yeah.
You see,
but the question is, here's the problem. Here's the problem with digital. And it's like one of those worst case doomsday scenario. You could buy the game digitally, you call them the license, but let's say if something happens where the game disappears from the server and they can't get it back, like it's over, you better make sure you keep that copy because once your copy is deleted, you will never be able to re-download
like
it. And they'll
PT,
be like, hey,
right?
Exactly, just like PT.
Yep.
Whoever download PT, don't delete it because you're not getting that back, even though you never purchased it. But it's something those scenarios. At least with a physical disc, you can never get that taken away from you. You will always be able to install it, So I get both sides. You know what I'm saying? I get both sides of the argument. I just think that physical disc should be around always, and that should never be discouraged from use. I don't think physical media, especially in gaming, should ever be discouraged. It should always be an available option, right? Obviously, if let's say future PlayStations, all of them are digital, but they allow you to buy a separate drive if you want a disc drive. That's fine, but at least maintain that option. Keep selling the discs, and you know what I'm saying. I think that should always be an option.
Yeah,
for gamers.
So I got a bet with somebody in the Discord. He's convinced Grand Theft Auto is going to be delayed. Okay, he's convinced. He's
Really?
like, oh, it's, you know, with them showing Borderlands and it's coming out so late in the year. Where's the room for Grand Theft Auto? Where's the room? Wrestling,
listen.
all that. So my
Let me say
question
this.
to you guys is,
I'm gonna tell you.
do you think it's coming out this year?
I'm gonna say this. There's no such thing as there's no room for Grand Theft Auto. There's no room for anybody else.
Fact. I mean, that's the
Right.
real facts, right?
That there's always room for Grand Theft Auto. Everybody else needs to shift their schedule.
Yeah.
If Grand Theft Auto says, "Hey, we coming out September," they don't give a shit if Call of Duty and Madden.
I
is
got
that
news
month.
for you. That's going to be the funniest thing if it comes out in September because you're going to see
It's like
Randy,
the NFL. Hey, we play on
Pitchford-
Thursday.
Randy Pitchford's going to be out there 8 seconds later, and we're moving.
Facts.
Borderlands 4 will now be out either
2026.
February of 26 or 3 months later. There's
Greg,
no
Grand
way.
Theft Auto is the NFL. One day they say, "Hey, we're gonna play on Thursday, Saturday, Sunday, and Sunday night and Monday."
Right.
And we're going to the UK, and you guys are gonna like it.
Yo, and
MLB,
take two,
NBA?
they-
NFL said, "Hey, we playing on Christmas." And NBA's like, "But wait a minute, Christmas is our holiday. We're playing on Christmas."
Too bad.
All
Yeah,
right,
Take
too
Two.
bad.
Take Two confirmed it that they released
They're
it.
not
this year, too,
playing.
so.
They don't move for nobody. They're not moving. Everybody
The thing,
moves
the
around
thing is,
them.
I think Borderlands is a big enough game that it could launch this year. And GT,
They need to launch
GTA,
before GT. They need to
Yeah,
launch before GT.
I think they are going to launch before. I think
Absolutely.
GTA is going to be
They
like
got to.
October, early November.
Get like, yeah, I think GTA is like October, so Borderlands needs to be out by August. So that way you get the August September sales. Because I'm telling you, once GTA launches,
Well, didn't they get Borderlands November already?
Yeah, Borderlands is early September, I think.
September. Okay,
ooh,
that's what I'm saying, bro.
Ooh, man, because that's dangerous.
And bro, how
might
many
be-
people are taking
that
a
might
week
be-
off for that game, bro?
That might be Grand Theft Auto month.
Bro, everybody's gonna
Oh,
call.
wait a
out
minute,
for Grand
is it
Theft Auto,
Borderlands
bro.
2K? They made
Yeah.
that's published by 2K.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Then what the fuck is going on? That's weird. Yeah, 2K
that-
isn't gonna 2K's
then
not gonna
they-
swallow their
oh,
own product.
That's a great point. So that's a
That's
little
2K.
inside, that's a little
That's their own
insider
game.
knowledge, right? That's a little insider knowledge.
But that's
That
why
might
he's
tell
so,
the Grand Theft Auto might not come out then.
but that's
No,
why he's
wait,
so
whoa,
convinced.
whoa,
That's
whoa.
why he's so convinced. That's
Listen,
what I'm trying to say.
no.
listen, 2K is not gonna kill their own product. They're not gonna do that. They're not gonna be like, "Oh, we're gonna release Borderlands and Grand Theft Auto the same
No,
month."
Borderlands is coming out September 23rd, and I've said this for at least
What do you
GTA
think?
6 is November.
Okay, you
Yeah,
think it's
I think
November?
GTA
No,
6
what
is
was
either late October or early November.
No,
for
you're
sure.
gonna see Call
Definitely
of Duty
before Black Friday.
Call of
Before
Duty's
Black
gonna go
Friday.
first week October, and you're gonna have GTA 6 be just before Thanksgiving. You'll see.
They saying
That's my
EA
thought.
did it before. EA
Remember,
put-
GTA 5 released in September 2013, so it was a September launch.
Yeah.
They just said that
And
they're
Red Dead.
on schedule to release it.
Yeah,
They're on
Red Dead,
schedule
right.
to release it. So there's
Oh,
I don't
man.
know myself
That's
personally.
interesting.
I'm
You
pretty
know,
sure
Red
that
Dead-
Yeah, but
They-
Mooch,
they
What do you got?
confirmed it in the financial reports that Sid Meier's Civilization 7,
And Red Dead was October.
what's it called? Mafia Old Country,
fire.
Borderlands, and
Ooh.
Grand Theft Auto 6 is releasing this year. They said it.
Damn, 2K got a lot of games coming this year, bro.
Ooh, 2K. And then obviously they got their 2K basketball. Ooh, that's
And
gonna be a big
they
deal
got
for
that
them.
new wrestling update where you can walk. You
Oh
know,
yeah. Oh, they have that whole city. I'm telling you,
I
boy.
think Mafia is slated for summer, right?
Yep, it is.
Yeah,
What is Old
Mafia in
Country?
summer. Yeah.
Man, 2K's
Oh,
ready.
there you go. So
Okay.
listen, so P Rock, listen. I'm not saying it's 100% right. You never.
Oh no,
see-
I'm just saying.
I'm not
Ghost,
saying,
preach.
but hear me out. You
Preach.
got Mafia summer, Borderlands September, GTA November,
Mm.
and it's gonna
2K's in September also. 2K is a September game also. So it's 2K and Borderlands in September.
Yeah, it's true.
The basketball.
Yeah.
But you know the
2K
basketball crowd, they're gonna
Oh,
buy
they're
that
gonna
every year.
They're gonna
Wait a
print
minute.
money.
Is that September or
Yeah,
that is
they
early
always release September.
Early, yeah.
I think they always release September 2K basketball. That's consistent for them. Man, they're gonna print money this year.
I mean,
Holy
listen. The main reason I don't think you get the delay is, and again, you can make the case that it doesn't matter, but really, I think it's especially PlayStation being in. There's some kind of talk going on between
Oh yeah,
GTA
that
6
Pro.
and PlayStation. So hear me
That
out.
Pro
They want to sell consoles.
in November.
Let me tell you something. If it doesn't come out November or October of 2025, they're not going to bump it a year. So
Yeah.
like they don't want to put it out in February. They
Yeah.
want that holiday, that Christmas money. You know, that's what
you're
they
right.
want. So,
Bro,
You're
everybody's gonna ask for that for Christmas, bro. Everybody.
can you imagine a GTA 6 PS5 Slim and PS5 Pro bundle? Come on, stop.
It's over.
I don't
Everybody's
know.
calling out that day too. I know everybody's calling out that day.
Didn't-
They-
listen,
That's
maybe
what
I'm-
we're waiting for. We're waiting for
maybe
that
I'm-
Yeah, I might delay my retirement ceremony if it's on the same day. I mean, hold up. I gotta push my retirement.
Oh,
to
matter of
another
fact,
day.
Porter Rock's buying me that game. Porter Rock,
Yeah.
I get that's a free copy because he lost the bet to the Celtics, baby. Ooh, free
Mhm.
GTA, baby.
Yeah.
He
I'm
learned
gonna
his
have to send
lesson with the Celtics. He knows.
I think I was
Man,
on. I think
they are
I was
trash.
on the show when
At
that
least-
happened.
Yeah, it was
yeah.
goddamn Dallas. That's what I get for voting for a Texas team. I should have known better.
Facts. You really
Never
should have
trust
known,
Texas.
man.
Never trust Texas.
That was crazy.
You can't trust them.
Let me get these super chats real quick. Shout out to Jay Bari. Bro, by the way, Jay Bari and
Hey, Bari.
the dude always, first of all, anytime he's on anybody's show, he always
does.
like gives back, bro, when he's on the show.
Absolutely.
Shout out to Jay Bari. He said hit the like button. It's gonna be a movie. Jay Bari's a popular guy tonight. Stopping by quickly. I saw Jay was on W Guests. GG's. Epic treasure. Thank you so much for the two. My man Grant says, do y'all think there'll be another Xbox console for next gen? This is like a topic that won't go away. They're saying the handheld. They're saying, I feel like, look, Microsoft says everything's an Xbox, right, guys? But I'm just saying there's a console fan base that only want to play their console, and they can't leave them behind, bro. They gotta upgrade them eventually, bro. You know what I'm saying? They can't leave X amount of people behind, bro. That's all I'm saying. You know what I mean? What do you guys think about that?
I think they're already committed to that. They are going to do a console. So yeah, I think next gen they're going to do a console. Other than that, future, I don't know. But next gen, we know that they locked in for.
There's a lot of the variables we don't know about. Jay's right. Blaze, you're right. There's a group that they want to play on their platform that they prefer. They prefer A, B. They like it. That's where their library is. Some people have upwards of 1,500 games digitally on their consoles. So my point being is that yes, I do think they'll have something else. I don't think it's going to be like they're already saying it's not going to be in the traditional sense. I don't know if it's going to be a powerhouse. I think it's going to be, they said it's going to be Windows based. It's going to be, maybe something that ties into Steam where you'll be able to click on an app and it'll bring you to a Steam store. It may be a hybrid of sorts. There might be a handheld involved. But the thing about it is, the one thing I was hearing, and few people were saying this, is that it might be something that's only available through the Microsoft store. So you won't see these for sale at Best Buy or Target or Walmart. You'll have to go like the Surfaces. You'll go on Microsoft Direct or Microsoft.com and you'll buy the console there directly through them. They just did an interview with one of the other shows. I don't know what it was, Xbox Era. I don't know who it was, but he was very clear. And I didn't get to watch the show because the show was airing just before we went live. But I'm seeing people with clips and they've got a couple quotes here. And basically, I'm paraphrasing, but Phil said, we want to make sure that everybody knows where our games are going to be located. And that's PC, Nintendo, PlayStation, and Xbox. And yes, we will cater to our Xbox fans, but just know that you will see our games on all platforms moving forward. And I'm paraphrasing. Maybe it's not all. Maybe it's going to be staggered. That may all be the truth. But yeah, they're going to have that. They're going to have that. They're going to have. Now, after that, the next step after that, that's a question mark.
Mooch, let me lean into this, right? And Jay Bari, because I was on a different panel. I'm not going to say the pie. Yeah. I don't want to knock them down because they said, hey, all right, there's a new Xbox handheld, there's the new ROG Ally, there's a new Steam Deck. Let's just say those scenarios are all there. You're at Best Buy, you're like, damn, these are all handhelds. They all pretty much got the same specs. And they went around and the majority of the people said, oh, they're picking the Xbox brand. Even though it's weak in our heads, it's still the most recognizable brand. They're going to choose the Xbox handheld. What do you guys think about that? If there's a ROG Ally, there's a new Steam Deck. Let's just say that scenario exists in a new Xbox handheld.
They're going to pick the Xbox one over the ROG Ally and the Steam Deck.
Correct. These are new versions of new iterations of all three.
I don't disagree with that.
Well,
I think like if Xbox were to do a handheld, they'll out of that three, they'll probably be the most popular because they're the most notable one. People know Xbox from 2001, I want to say, or 2002 to now. So that brand recognition is there. If they're doing a handheld, I think people would lean towards that because it's more comfortable with them, especially if you're a console gamer. So yeah, I kind of agree with that.
Wait, if you don't mind, Blaze, I was responding to somebody in the chat. What was the actual question about those 3 devices or 4 devices?
Yeah, so say Xbox releases their new handheld, right? And then there's a new iteration of the Steam Deck, and then Asus with the new ROG Ally, they put another iteration out. They all got the similar specs to it, and you have an option. You're there, Mooch, you're sitting there, you're drinking your espresso. You're like, I want one. What are you buying?
Yeah, before you go though, Mooch, I'm thinking about it a little bit more.
Go ahead.
The Xbox is more notable as far as the branding, that's why I think people will buy that more. Yeah. But how they have been moving, if you had the option between the Steam Deck and the Xbox, you can have the Steam Deck and play the Xbox games. Well, you know what I mean?
Okay, so let me piggyback off that. That's where I was going to start, right where you ended right there, Jay. And that is the UI, the interface. Okay. If the next Steam Deck has the ability to, get you between your Game Pass games, your Xbox library, and Steam, much easier than it is now, then I think I would go with a Steam Deck 2 over an Xbox handheld device. If the Xbox handheld device is fluent and it really is perfect and it has a seamless way for you to get through Game Pass, of course, your game catalog, right? And it has the power of basically with the the ROG Ally X and greater, you're still going to have people that want to buy the dedicated Xbox device because of that fluence. Listen, it's the same thing when it comes down to Steam. If you are a PC gamer and you're in the chat right now, tell me if I'm wrong. It's fine. And you're a Steam, you love Steam, you're buying a Steam Deck. I mean, you got to have a Steam Deck, too. Right? I want that. A Steam Deck is the closest thing for to a console for PC. Right? It's pick up and play. I pick that up. I have a Steam Deck. I pick it up, play it. Bam. Know this, know that. The longest time between me and the game is just the thing's got to boot up, So I think that's what it comes down to. It's going to be ease of use and power. Ease of use and power. But don't forget, ROG Ally now and Steam Deck, they've got their name growing every single day. So, but Xbox doesn't care. Listen, that's a great question, Blaze. But at the end of the day, Xbox doesn't care if you're playing their games on the Steam Deck, the ROG Ally, or their dedicated device. I don't think they care. They don't care if you play it on PlayStation, Switch. Doesn't matter anymore.
I do think it would sell more. It's no different. PlayStation said we're gonna do the Portal big boy version.
Right.
It's going to outsell a Steam Deck. It's going to outsell a ROG Ally because the brand recognition is there. The brand recognition is there with Xbox. The only thing is now is that I feel like the console gamers will get that Xbox handheld. But when majority of people like the PC and other people, they might lean towards the Steam Deck because you get the best of both worlds there. You're going to get the Xbox games regardless, and you're going to get the Steam games. Xbox was like how PlayStation and Nintendo was doing things, or even how PlayStation is doing things now, like trickling the games a little bit later. Yeah, it will slap that Steam Deck 100%, in my opinion.
Just think about it. The little Xbox logo, you hit it on. I think the box, Xbox, they do that nice Apple box. I think people would want to buy that, But you're right about the whole Steam, you're in it, but Steam is Linux, and it to play a Game Pass game, you have to put boot in Windows to play Game Pass. You know what I mean? That's the only difference with a Steam Deck. You can't just go play Game Pass. You gotta maneuver around shit. Yep. But it's interesting.
It's not as easy to.
No, you got to work around to get that on Steam Deck. Where on the ROG Ally, if you go to their UI, one of those you can Game Pass right through that.
Right there, nice, it's like a PC. It's a handheld PC, legit, fully.
Yeah, I mean, but that Steam. Listen, the Steam Deck 2 is going to be an impressive piece of tech. I really think because I think they did a hell of a job with the first one. Yes, it's underpowered. I got it. It's underpowered. I still love it. I bought a ROG Ally when the ROG Ally came out, and I had a Steam Deck. I brought the ROG. I sold the ROG Ally to a buddy of mine. I prefer the Steam Deck for a handheld. I really, really do. And I love the PS Portal. I do love the Portal.
You know what? I own them both. And at first, I was heavy on the Steam Deck. I would take it to work and play bullshit golf with friends. But now that I dock, when I go to work, I dock it right in my little office.
Yeah.
I used the ROG Ally because it just transferred my whole Windows apps, everything right over.
Yep.
It's like a mini PC. There it is.
Yeah.
Is that the Portal, bro?
Yeah, the GOAT.
Dude,
It's
the
a
Portal's nice.
Bro, what a fucking handheld this is, bro. Low key,
nice.
I was hating on it. I'm like, I don't want to play no cloud bullshit. But bro, it's kind of really comfortable and it's kind of really nice, bro. I'm not even gonna lie.
The fact that the one thing that everybody was laughing at is actually its biggest perk, and that is the fact that they cut the dual sense in half. No matter whether you're playing the ROG Ally, whether you're playing the Nintendo Switch, or you're playing the Steam Deck in your hand, that Portal is 100 times more comfortable.
You know what I like about the Portal? This is like a small little thing too. Where they put the charging port, it just makes perfect sense because I can lay down, have it on my stomach or whatnot and play. Like the Switch, I hate where the charger is at because it's at the bottom, and it makes it hard for me to do any type of laying down and playing because sometimes you get lazy. You don't want to hold that fucking controller all the time. You know what I mean? You want to park that thing down a little bit on your big ass stomach and chill.
With the wire in it, right?
The portal, because the wire. The Portal is up, so it doesn't affect you putting it on your big ass stomach and it's playing. You know what I mean? So,
no, for real. And bro, I and even the little cloud shit they added is cool as fuck too, bro. Like,
yeah.
You don't even need the console, bro. And Mooch, if you want this, brother, great deal for you right here. Brand new in the box. A Portal.
I got one.
That's the anniversary.
Oh, you got the 30th one?
Yeah.
All right. Hey, let me ask you. You going to PAX East?
Bro, everybody, I was supposed to go last year, bro. But I heard Jay Bari was in town, so I was like, yo, let me not pull up. You know what I mean? But like, no, for real, we got to do that, bro. Because like, I feel like it's available. It's close for everybody. Everybody can be there. You know what I mean? It's like a nice little distance.
I think isn't it in May this year too?
Yeah, May 8th is going to be.
Yeah,
it's just hard for me, bro. Like, bro, I got a full-time job, a life, a wife, and 3 kids, bro. Like it's hard, bro. It's hard to tell my girl, like, yeah, I'm staying in a hotel for 2 days. You know what I mean? Like, she'll be like, wait, what? Like, nah, you coming driving back. So I want to make it though. I definitely want to make it, bro.
At least do it for like one night.
We gotta have some drinks.
Right.
Yeah, I'm going this year as well. Gonna be in there.
Yeah, we gotta have, bro. We gotta have some drink. Yo, and especially it's in Boston. I'll buy drinks, bro. You know what I mean? And I'll be like, hey, that guy right there, Mooch, he's got the whole tab, brother.
That's right. Yeah. I'll wave like, like you're waving to me and a tab comes over to my table. No, that's great, Blaze. Honestly, why do you pick these up? You got the 30th edition.
Yeah.
Right? Now, is that something you just want to hold on to, or something you want to have as a collector's item, or is it something you want to sell?
Well, I bought the what is it called? The Edge, the
Yeah.
Yes,
bro, I had to have it. It's too beautiful. And it's the best controller on the market. Don't argue with me.
100%.
It's very nice.
The thing is, like, I'm a sucker for limited edition shit, bro.
I know.
I can't help it. I just want it. And this is why I think the PS5 is flawed, bro. And hear me out, Jay. Because the pros, like the PS4 pros, they were unique. They were like real. Like, I feel like you can buy the Spider-Man 2 shells and say, yeah, I bought the PS5 Spider-Man 2 limited edition, even though you never did, but you got it looks exactly, you know what I mean?
I did that. Yeah, I bought the shell. Yeah.
And them shits were sold out too. I just, for me, I'm a sucker for limited. This PlayStation Lite right here, that's from Sony, PlayStation.com. It was on sale on Valentine's Day, and my girl pre-ordered it, and I swear only PlayStation Access. You ever heard of them? The British guys?
Yeah.
They're the only people I've ever seen with this light, Jay Bari. The only. I went on eBay, I went on YouTube, I typed in the model number, nothing. I don't know if they had like 10 in stock and they sold them, but I like limited edition. I don't know about you guys. I can't help it. I want it.
Yeah.
And sometimes we keep shit just to like, oh, in 5 years, this shit's gonna be fucking $300. Watch. We do that too, but I'm just I listen, I'm a historian of the game, bro. I got PS1s in the box, brand new. I got PSPs in the box. I love looking at the damn, I'm holding a PSP in the box.
Yeah.
Like it's just something interesting about that. You know what I mean? Like,
absolutely.
Damn, this shit is so interesting to me. And like, bro, I know it sounds cliche, but I really do love gaming, bro. And I feel like sometimes like I get too in my head, like, yeah, this shit is fucking, you know what I mean? What I have realized in my YouTube career though, it was like 2 years ago, I was leaning heavy to this PC shit. It's like, yo, once you get a PC, something happens to you. Like, you stick your nose up, and I got a big ass nose, so I'm sticking my nose up, and I'm saying, damn, like I think I'm, you start thinking you're better than people. I'm serious. Like you start feeling like, damn, like
that's like come off. People do that, man.
Yeah, bro. So I'm like, what am I doing, bro? My bag is PlayStation. It's always been PlayStation. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna enjoy my PC.
That's why I be shitting on them. I be like, PlayStation 5 better than they be tight.
Bro, you gotta lean into what works, bro. And guess what? PlayStation's always been me. It's always been a part of me. Like I still fuck with my PC heavy, bro. Don't get it twisted.
Yeah, no, Blaze. The other thing too is comfortability, right? Like, there's no doubt. Certain games on PC for sure, but then I'm more of a console gamer. I've been gaming on console since the 80s, right? There's just something about, like, I'm just saying, just to give you as an example, right? This morning, get up, popped on Avowed. I'm on the couch, big cup of coffee, ready to go. And just sit there, man. Your feet up on the coffee table, just relaxed, utterly relaxed, having a good time, searching this world, going to pick up side quests, right? Getting used to going through the. I know, Jay, you do this all the time, especially when you go through your videos, Jay. Like, I'll go through. It depends on the game. Certain games is combos, right? With this game here, it was like, look and see, what are these spells? What do they do? Like, what do you want to acquire? Which tree do you want to go down in the ranger or magic or strength? You know, it's like, where do you want to put your efforts towards? Like, I don't know. For me, that's something I don't want to do at a desk. Now, don't get me wrong. When we're playing Warzone, I'm just going crazy. Like, I don't mind being at my PC station jamming out like that. I don't mind that. That's something crazy. That's when you're on the edge of your seat. You know, all this. That's cool. But when I want to just relax, chill. You talking about Death Stranding Director's Edition? That's on the couch, my friend. That is me with the feet up, playing that game, enjoying that. It's a longer game, but it's a chill, relaxed game experience. Like, I don't want to sit at a desk for that. But again, that's me just giving my opinion on it. That's how I kind of decipher it. And that's why the console generally wins. I know a lot of people say, well, you can hook up your PC to your TV. I know I can. I don't know what. I'm never leaving console. Like, I'm not. As long as there's a console available. And I said this on Crossfire a couple weeks ago. I think Tim Dog was on. We had Tim Dog on. And he goes, Mooch, what do you think about Switch 2? I go, what about it? He goes, you going to buy it? I'm like, am I going to buy it? Of course I'm going to buy it. Like, I've owned every Nintendo since there was a Nintendo.
Yeah. Everybody's going to buy that shit, bro. Everybody.
Like, why would I? I mean, even though he was just asking the question random, but I'm just trying to say to you, like, of course. And I leave the Nintendo. I think I have the regular Switch. I got a Switch Lite. I got the Switch OLED, right?
Dust collector.
Well, yeah, a little bit. But nonetheless. A little bit, but but it doesn't matter. The nostalgia is a hell of a drug, dude. I legitimately keep that thing docked, and we jam out. That's not playing it. I don't play Nintendo handheld. I play that thing on the TV. That's why Switch 2 is kind of good, right? It is.
Yeah, because the Joy-Cons is dog shit.
Dog shit, bro. Great idea, great concept, but unless you're playing like a platformer, it's just, even then it's not good. It's just they're not good.
Terrible controller. But
I get the Hori controllers. I recommend them if you're gonna ever use them.
Or the Pro controller.
Yeah,
I'm the same way, Mooch. I'm 100. Like, majority of the time, I'm docked up. It's very rare that I do play handheld, because handheld is cool. But it's an hour, 2 hour experience, man. They gotta charge the thing up, and these charging ports are just in a bad spot, in my opinion. You know what I mean? But
look, I want you guys both playing Avowed, which is fucking perfect timing because it's part of the conversation here. And I just want to say again, I've told the story a few times. I'm gonna read you off a few games from Keymailer Microsoft. They gave me Forza Horizon, Gears of War 4, Scorn, and then it was Scorn, and then Redfall. And ever since I fucking shit on Redfall on the live stream, they're not fucking with me no more, bro. Like, they're done with me. Like, yeah, fuck you, your small ass channel, and fuck you, you're never getting the shit from us again, bro. I was getting everything from them. All I did was just say, like, yo, it's not, this game really ain't it. Like, I was being honest about it, and like, they're not fucking with me no more, bro.
Well, I don't, it's funny. And listen, Blaze, I'm not sure. I mean, who knows behind the scenes what's really going on? But I mean, I can't remember if I thought I got a review code for Redfall. And I mean, I was pretty harsh on Redfall. I mean, I think the planet Earth was hard on Redfall.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Who wasn't hard on Redfall? That's all my. Well,
yeah.
Maybe it's more.
I think each game.
It's how you say it. How you say it. You can say something dog shit, but you got to be like that positive, toxicity type shit. Like, this game is not that good, but you play it through Game Pass. You know?
Say it like Cole Eastwood, man. Just tell him,
Yeah.
hey, this shit is fire, man. I played a different version of it. I don't know. Shit was fire to me. Say it like that.
Redfall is a game that is not where it should be right now, but maybe in future updates it will get better. That's how you got to say a shit is ass now. You know what I'm saying? You get that code.
Yeah, it's gonna tap dance around a little bit.
For 30 minutes, I'm playing the game quietly. I'm like, oh, this is cool, and then I'm like, all right, like I'm starting to see really what the game is like. I'm like,
yeah.
I don't feel like I was that hard, but maybe it is what it is. But you guys played Avowed, okay? Are you playing on Game Pass?
No, I got the code for the.
I know you, but I'm asking Mooch. I know you, Bari.
No,
you got the code. That's right.
Yeah, I got the code from Xbox. I'm playing through it. I mean, like I said, it's the game. It's too early to tell. Like I said, I played about 4 or 5 hours of it so far, or something like that. I didn't have a stopwatch in my hand. But I'm gonna
streaming it.
No. I'm here. My goal really was to do it. Actually, Jay's here. Jay, you don't have to answer now. I was gonna have a good 5-6 people on a round table next week and discuss, like, do a roundtable discussion on a review of the game, and like I said, the one thing that I will say, and you can attribute it to Avowed, you can attribute it to Halo Infinite, you can attribute it to Starfield. I think no matter what, I think one of the reviewers says, this wasn't me, one of the reviewers that reviewed it said, this isn't the Obsidian I know. But Forza Motorsport didn't launch the way that Turn 10 has done in the past. Halo Infinite, 343, what they've done in the past. I even think Halo 4, Halo 5 better than Halo Infinite. And it doesn't matter which team we're talking about. Bethesda, a darling Bethesda, that what they came out with Starfield, I think underperformed for them. I think you saw what happened with Shattered Space DLC. It didn't do very well. So, at the end of the day, I just think that what's happening at Xbox is they are mass producing games fast, and they're getting them out there. And Avowed is a good game so far. It's only 5 hours, so give me time to talk. I'm really making some notes. We'll talk about it way more in depth next week. But there's the world feels empty. There's nothing around. You go into these towns and when you get to this village, this is going to be the place you got to go to. Paradise is the place you're going to in the beginning, and you go there and it's just there's not a lot in there. There's not a lot of the NPCs. It's faceless, just stares at you. The dialogue, is not awful, but it's too long. Some of these, I'm actually trying to keep up. I want to have this conversation. I want to find out more story about it. But it goes on and on and on and on, and finally, you're eventually you just say, "All right." One of the options is goodbye. You just gotta hang up. Sometimes you gotta hang up the phone. I gotta go. This has been a 5-minute dialogue, and you lost me about 15 of them ago. You know what I mean? It's where we. So it just feels like the writing was a little forced. But the world is. Hey, Jay, I'm still a little bit. You had it out there. While I was playing through, I'm like, man, Jay knocked it out of the park. The world does. It's colorful. It is unique. You want to talk about nice. You want to talk about being out there and being in a fantasy world and getting lost and doing all that. They've created that. They did a great job with that aspect of it. But the combat right now is mediocre. It's not awful, but it's mediocre, and the storytelling is long in the tooth already. And I know with Obsidian it's not going to get shorter. So I'm enjoying it for the RPG elements. The combat is passable right now. But I'll tell you right now, I would tell you if I'm not going to play any further, I am going to play more of it.
Well, that's good.
I don't think it's a bad game at all. I really don't. But I could very easily see by the end of next week being very clear to say, if it's in Game Pass, go play it. Is it worth you to go buy it for $70? Maybe wait for a sale. That's kind of where I'm at. But if you have Game Pass and you're not playing it, then why do you have Game Pass? You've been waiting for Obsidian's game for a very long time. If you have Game Pass and you're like, nope, that's not for me. You went a couple of years with not a lot coming out from Xbox first party and Game Pass. This is the year. You should be playing Avowed if you have it, right? You've been, I should, you know what I mean? Everyone's in my chat, Game Pass is great. It's amazing. Well, then you should be playing Avowed. It's one of the big top tier games that's going to be coming out this year. Doom is a big one, I'm sure. Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Doom's big. I love Doom.
Hell yeah.
But my whole thing is that if you have Game Pass and you're like, I'm not playing Avowed, I don't know why you have Game Pass then. Then just buy games a la carte as they come out or pick them up on sale. You know? I don't know. But I mean, that's my take right now. I'm only 5 hours in, and it's a good game. It's not great. It's not great.
Okay. What about you, Bari? Your tweet was colorful as fuck, bro. I just remember seeing like blues and purples. I'm like, ooh, what the fuck?
The nighttime, I was like, yo, this joint looks pretty. It's pretty. It's a pretty game. Like, I like the aesthetic. I like the color palette. The art direction looks pretty cool. The character models, in my opinion, look pretty cool. Way better than Starfield. But yeah, like the combat is pretty cool as well. When you find the weapons and more of your play style, I think it's just much better. Like, I didn't like the whole blocking aspect. You know what I mean? I know they have like a parry, but it just fell off. So I got like the double daggers, and I got like a spear and the pistol. The pistol feels good, in my opinion. But yeah, I mean, it's an RPG. Like the dialogue stuff, I get where people are coming from with that. I like the option. If you're gonna have long dialogue, sometimes you kind of phase out, but you can always go to the dialogue history. I'm like, I missed this, but let me catch up.
Oh, that's good.
What you're saying. So yeah, I like that stuff.
How many hours you got?
I got about. I'm early. I'm like 4, probably 5 hours into the game. Like I'm doing. There's 2 side missions, and I'm doing where I'm helping this girl out. And there's another one that I gotta go to some other area. But the area that I'm at right now is like a whole bunch of these lizard enemies and bears and shit. I
feel like the combat looks like old.
Well, that's it.
Not old.
Yeah,
like you know what I'm saying?
I do know.
The thing is, I don't like judging a combat all the way this early, because I know you're gonna get more skills and you're gonna get better attributes and things like that. So right now, the only real criticism I have for the game is that I feel like the opening of the game is severely weak. You know what I mean? It's just like too old school. I think they need to have a little bit more impact. You know what I mean? Even throw the little cinematics in there. But it's just like, hey, I just crash landed on this island. Yeah, I'm this godlike being, or this godlike whatever race and whatnot. Oh, you need help? Oh, let me help you out. Type joint, which they give you a little tutorial on how the game works, but it doesn't feel immersive enough, in my opinion. You know what I mean? But other than that, so far it's cool. This game has not been on my radar, just letting you know. I had no interest in it. You know what I mean? I saw some of the reviews. I'm like, you know what? Let me go outside of my wheelhouse and let me give it a go, because I'm not the biggest Obsidian fan like that. I don't play the Fallouts. I don't play none of that. But this look a little bit more of my speed as far as like the fantasy type world. Yeah. So I was like, let me try it.
Yeah, I'm with you on that, Jay. I do think the beginning of it. The other thing is, and tell me, I don't know. I would like a lock on for enemies. That's the other thing I
like that. Yeah.
That the fact that there's no lock on, you've got to sit there and it's fine. And if I don't think there's a lock on anyways, but you have to aim, and sometimes you're doing long distance. If you're going to go for long distance and be like the range, I believe that one tree is Ranger. I could be wrong, but that's the one where you're going to, long distance fighting will come into play. I'm doing a little bit more of like a sage / I wouldn't say tank, you know what I mean? But I'm going to be more close. I want to have a sword, I want to kind of have a great sword and a ton of spells at my leisure.
Thinks he's playing Elden Ring still. Come on.
Right, exactly. You ain't lying. But I try to get the best of both worlds with all that. But like I said, they
don't limit you though. You can use ranged weapons. I have some magic as well.
Yes.
But like me, I'm a war hero, and I like this. I changed my
attributes. I'm war hero too. Yeah.
Where I changed to more speed, dexterity. But my bad, Mitch.
No, Jay, I'm glad you're saying that, because you're sparking my mind on a couple of the topics that I wouldn't have remembered. But yeah, that's the same thing I did. I'm trying to do strength, which is one of the top ones that you add your attribute points to, and the other one I'm doing is dexterity and what's the other one there? What's the one on the bottom? The last one that you could add points to. Do you remember the last one?
It's like intelligence.
It's under intelligence. Shit, starts with an R. I can't remember it right now, but whatever.
I don't remember.
But my point being is that you can always reset. You have to pay to reset in-game currency, but like
at least they allow you to do that, bro.
Yes, that's a big deal.
Yeah,
that's a big deal. And it's not like Black Myth Wukong, where depending on the enemy, you're always resetting and trying different things.
Right.
This is you could very easily enjoy what you've picked and just go through it. But I got like 2 or 3 in, and then I was like, no. I want my companion to have this, you know? So I went back and reset it and then put his points into a certain area. And like I said, right now, Monster Hunter Wilds is going to be a great game. No doubt about that. PGA Tour 25. I'm getting that because I always buy the PGA games, man. That's another one.
You be playing the golf, Mooch?
Oh, yeah, dude.
Let me find out. I'll bust your ass. Let me find out.
Listen, I'm not saying I'm great.
Oh, I'm not saying I ain't either. But I'm still going to talk shit like I am great.
I'm not bad. Yeah. But I'm just saying those are some February games. Like I think if I'm going to continue through Avowed, I don't know about Wilds. The other thing with Wilds is I had a buddy many years ago.
For me, Wilds, bro. Too floaty, man. I like that grounded Dark Souls old 2007 technology, man. That shit
if you want,
floaty, bro.
The other thing too with Wilds is I think playing it through with co-op would be a lot of fun. I don't want to solo that, but Avowed solo, great time enjoying that. And then I'll pick up PGA, and then I don't know what I didn't look at the March list of games.
Is PGA EA or is that 2K? Because I know they both make golf games again.
Man, I thought it was EA, but I'm probably wrong. Hold on, let me look it up right now. PGA. Well,
is it EA?
Maybe it is 2K25.
Maybe that's what it is. Fun game too.
I don't think Avowed is a bad game for anybody that's looking into it. From so far what I'm playing, it looked like it's going to get deeper as far as the RPG stuff. The story wise, like me, I like the traditional type RPGs that you have like a notable antagonist, and this is your goal to stop this type of thing. I don't think the story is going to go in that direction.
Take two,
but we'll see.
Well, let me ask you guys a closing questions here. Well, let me get these last couple super chats. T Rock with the 5 says Moose plays Death Stranding cosplaying as the Leaning Tower of Pisa. And Moose, have you seen? Do you see it, Moose?
Yo, no.
You see what my hand's pointing?
I just see a lot of lights, buddy.
Brother, right here. This right here. You see that?
Oh, the Italian flag. Now I see it when you moved it. Yes, I didn't. Well, it's lined up right between two of the tiles. I didn't see it. I apologize.
Moose, put a flag. Represent,
buddy.
Brother.
Wait till you see when I redo the. It's P-Rock paid such a tribute to the back here. I'm redoing the whole back. But I will have Italian represented.
And I got inspired from my boy because he's got
be represented.
Boston Loud. He's got this big fucking Puerto Rican flag. Like it's biggest. Like it takes up his whole. I'm like, damn, that's fire, bro. He represented. I'm like, you know what? Let me get a little bullshit. You know what I mean?
I feel like I need to do something special to this room here. Like I'm very basic.
Bro, Jay Bari, I was gonna tell you that off air, but now that since you brought it, bro, I know you own a lot of shit, bro. I know that for a fact. Just like statues and shit like that. I don't understand why you hide your show that shit off,
my room here is more so this is my gym. This is my storage. I got my sneakers. You know what I mean? Like I take care of my nieces and nephews as well, so I got their stuff in the back. So I close that stuff out. But yeah, I do have like my statues and all that stuff. I definitely got to redecorate things to adjust certain things. But
you got to, bro.
I'm very basic though. I'm very basic.
You got a lot of stuff you can show off though, Jay. Things that people.
He's got a lot, bro. I've seen his Twitter post before. I'm like, damn, this dude spent money, bro.
Yeah.
This dude got fucking crazy amounts of shit, bro. You guys are big into collector's edition. I've never been big into those, but like, damn, bro.
Yeah. I mean,
so let me ask you this question, guys. Oh, yeah. And Craig, I didn't want to read this because it pissed me off. Craig, shout out to Craig, the tech guy, says, shout out to the panel. Also, Bloodborne is trash.
Oh,
if it ain't Mass Effect, then it's trash to him.
What?
That's a blockable offense right there.
100% blockable. 100%. If you could, I give you the power, Jay Bari and Mooch. Okay, I call Jim Ryan, I call everybody, even though he's not there no more. I say, hey, you can have one game. It can be first party, it can be third party. If you can accelerate time and have the games that you know of in your hands. So I want one game that you know of that's coming out that you could have it tomorrow, and I want one game that's not around anymore that you could have tomorrow. So a game that's either close their doors, it doesn't exist anymore, and the game that you know of, you can have it tomorrow.
Okay, I'm ready.
Damn.
Okay.
Yeah, go first
I
then.
think about it all the time.
Go first then, Mooch, if you're ready. Go ahead.
So a game we know that's coming out in the future that I would love to play tomorrow or have insanely early access to would be Intergalactic. I mean, I would like to get my hands on that game and not just platinum it, but run it back twice. You know what I mean? Just play that game through its loop, because I think Neil Druckmann being able to put his next big experience out there again, I think it's going to be, I don't care if it comes the last day of this generation. I don't care. I don't care. That game, I think, is going to be absolutely unbelievable. I'll be getting the collector's edition. I'm not going to be able to do, I won't have all the stuff that Jay has and Persona has and Blaze, but I'm going to try for that. I'm going to try for that collector's edition. The other one,
dicking on that game. Oh, my bad. Shout out to Persona.
That's funny as fuck, bro. Bro, everybody's excited for that game, bro.
Listen, and maybe that's too generic to say that. I mean, a lot of people probably are looking forward to the next Naughty Dog game, so it's not really, there's not a lot of shock factor there. I think the other question that you asked, that's done, and we know it's done because the creator has moved on. His new game comes out this year, which I'm very excited about, but it's not the same. Is I would love to have a BioShock, like a true BioShock 3 by Ken Levine.
Mooch.
And, that's what I want.
I heard 2K's bringing a BioShock.
Yeah, I heard that too, but Ken's not involved with it.
Ain't he doing that Exodus?
He's doing
Exodus?
Judas.
Judas. Yeah, Judas.
Dude, I'll be there day
great.
one for. But Judas is supposed to be. Listen, it's going to have a lot of attributes. I don't know if it's going to have plasmas or things like that in it, but it's going to have that power again. Where I think one hand is going to be a power, one's going to be some sort of a wrench, or it's going to be a pistol. But hear me out. The thing with Judas is I'm hearing it's like. Not, is it roguelike, or maybe something like that, or it's maybe in the sense of like Returnal, not necessarily roguelike, you know what I mean? But like it's like Returnal, where you can get so far, because people don't realize you can go so far. You can go into a couple of the biodomes into Returnal, and then you can start at that point, right? So I think with Judas you'll be able to go progress, but then you can start from that point. But I do think you have to, that's the way it was explained to me. But Ken Levine, to me, he's a genius in how he writes. And, I tell people that I really, really, like, one of my favorite games is BioShock Infinite. And people sometimes, they give me a side eye with that. They go, really?
BioShock Infinite fire.
I thought BioShock Infinite was one of my personal favorite games. But people are like, no, Mooch, I can't believe you're saying that. And I'm like, wow, I didn't know it wasn't liked that much.
I feel like BioShock Infinite is liked. I mean, there was a little controversy when it first came out, had a little bit of some of the religious aspects that he brought into it and things like that. But listen, I play games to escape, right? To have a good time. It's a different scenery to me. That's really what people are jarred. It's like you're down in the water, like, you know what I mean? Like you're in these dark areas and everything's bright, vivid. You got a fucking,
right.
You know what I mean? You got the fucking arm thing.
The world underneath, you're in Rapture and having this, what was supposed to be Ryan's utopia. And then you went up to, the Prophet, and now you're in a world in the sky. And to be able to game and see those two types of things, I mean, I don't know. And then the writing and just the way that the game makes your head think, and the way that they had the, who was it there? They had that quartet in the beginning. Remember? God, who was that? It's like, like the Beach, I think it was the Beach Boys or something. Like crazy stuff. He just enters into the game. And it's just done so great. If you guys have the collector or the director's cut for BioShock, the remaster, I think it was Jeff Keighley. You get the director's reels in the games when you go through BioShock 1 and 2. I think it's Jeff Keighley who interviewed Ken Levine, and I don't remember the other executive producer or director who was with him. But they go through the Q&A on how they came up with the Big Daddies and how they came up with Rapture.
It's super unique, bro. It's
unbelievable, right? So I mean,
for sure.
Bring back a BioShock 3. I don't care. Put it back in Rapture. Put it back underwater. I thought myself personally, even though I liked 1 and 2 was good, but see again, 2 was without Levine. Blaze, to answer your question. So when you're like, they're working on a BioShock 4. Yeah, they're working on a BioShock 4, but without having certain writers involved.
It's like without Miyazaki making a Souls game.
Right. Yeah. If Miyazaki's not involved and somebody goes, "Oh, Dark Souls 5 comes out," listen, the Dark Souls fans are lining up, but there's probably going to be some criticism. Shout out to Aaron. Aaron's in your chat. He is always in Crossfire. He goes, "That's so basic, Mooch. Come on." When I said Intergalactic, I mean, I'm sorry. That's probably the game that I would say that's coming out. The only other one would be Wolverine. I'm a diehard Wolverine. I've got all the comic. I've got as many comics I can go back. I get my hands on. Like, so yeah, I am psyched for Wolverine. I don't care. Whatever. Call me whatever name you want. But like that would be the other one. But like,
we're playing as Logan in that game, by the way.
What'd you say?
We're playing as Logan.
Yes. Facts.
It's a leak. My boy seen the starting screen. Facts.
Aaron goes, Wolverine is even more basic. Aaron, what would you like me to like?
Bro, it's his list. Aaron, come on.
Yo,
you say Halo
right
Infinite.
That's the
Let's
question.
say Bari. I'm interested. I feel like I know
like?
what Bari's gonna say, but I have an idea of what it to me would be Intergalactic or I don't know. I feel like he loves Housemarque like that, but I don't know.
No,
if you could have
my pick, if there's a game that's been announced that I want this game to release tomorrow, you know what I mean? That would be Kingdom Hearts 4.
Wow.
I need that ASAP. I want that ASAP. I want to inject that game into my veins. I want to make love to that game. You know what I'm saying? I just want to tongue kiss it. Pause. But nah, yo, I'm a big Kingdom Hearts fan.
Wow.
One of my second favorite series of all time. And Kingdom Hearts 4 is going to go in a much deeper, darker direction. And I want to see what that is going to be about. I mean, especially after 3 and all that. So we haven't heard from it in a long time since they teased it and that it's on the works. And I just need that game right away. And the second question was what?
If a game that's gone, dead, closed down, studio, whatever, and you can revive it and bring it back.
Okay. Concord.
You're low key. Come on. We wouldn't do that.
Even though it is one of those games, because I did love that game. But my game would be Infamous. I would want them to
they clipping that, by the way. Go ahead.
Most likely. It's like Pony went on Blaze podcast talking about they want Concord. I know how it is.
Yeah.
Infamous is definitely one of my favorite franchises from PlayStation.
Fire.
And I would love to see like a meetup or a collaboration with Cole and Destin.
Fire, bro.
Nelson.
Festival of Blood is my favorite. I know that was like an expansion. Yeah. It's fire, bro. Yeah, Infamous. I'm glad you said Infamous. Okay. I like that. I like that.
I love Infamous, man. Yo, Second Son, so underrated in my opinion. The stuff.
What do you like better, First Light or Second Son?
Oh, Second Son. I like Second Son. Fetch is a cool character, but I like Delson. Delson is OP. You know what I mean? And you can use Fetch his powers. So, you know what I mean? But yeah, I would love to see that come back for sure.
Do you know what my game would be, J-Bar, if I could bring it back? Do you have an idea?
Oh, I already know. SOCOM.
Wow, my man. And that's never coming back. And it's never coming back.
The things that the fans want PlayStation to do, they seem to be going a different direction. So
J-Bar, they got a bunch of franchises they could bring back. I know people killed me when I was like, bro, give me Killzone, fuck Horizon. They killed me for that. They'll never let me.
I got killed for that. Yo, I've been on a lot of podcasts, Blaze, and I've been singing the praises of Killzone. And people like, no, they got Horizon. Why would they do Killzone? Now I'm seeing all these people wanting Killzone. I'm like, where is this coming from? But I'm in agreement. I always like Killzone. It's something different. And I think
it's unique, bro.
Yeah,
I feel like it's unique, bro.
Yeah.
Work on the small,
space.
You know what I mean? Change that up, but have the same core gameplay. And I think you got a hit there. And they had
Bari,
the
right?
mode that was fun too. That was fun mode.
I feel like I say this all the time, bro. Guerrilla games nowadays, they're not just a steak from the supermarket. They took them out the package. They put some salt, some pepper. They just know how to fucking present it. And don't get me wrong, Killzone Shadowfall was the reason why I'm buying a PS4 regardless, right? But
yeah.
I seen Shadowfall. I was like, oh my God, I need to play this game like now. It's the first game I put in my PS4. This shit was gore. Matter of fact, I just beat Shadowfall like a month ago. And then I went on my PS3 and beat Killzone 2, which was rough. It was a little frame rate wise, was a little rough. But I love Killzone, man.
Yeah, Killzone was fun to me, man. Like I know a lot of people give a lot of smoke to Shadowfall, but I liked it. I enjoyed it. I like the weapons, that main rifle that they introduced that can
Yep,
like
you can
extend
switch.
and all that.
Yep.
Yeah, I like that.
That's early Decima too. People don't realize that's early Decima right
man.
there.
Was it really?
Yeah.
And the way how they did the missions was much different. It wasn't like point A, point B. You can kind of be a little bit more exploration.
Open a little bit, right?
Yeah. But you know, people hated it. But the multiplayer was fire in that game too. Before it went down, people were still playing that because I was still playing it. But
well, look, we'll close it with this. So he said intergalactic, and listen, there's something. My whole other show called After Hours, it's all about retro wave, that whole synth wave. I love it. The fact that they got Porsche and they got the Adidas. I'm so intrigued on what
the fact that it's an alternate universe. Okay, first of all, Blaze. Second of all, everything you just said, right? They've got all the 80s gear.
Fire, bro.
Right? The tape deck, the Adidas, the Porsche, like to see that, and it's the old logos. Like I can understand, you know, listen, Aaron, shout out to Aaron. Aaron's always in the chat. Like I said, I always talk to Aaron. Like, you know, if I grew up in the 80s, man, and I'm not gonna lie, like that, like the 80s era, I still think some of the stuff we had was still some of the best
era,
right? Music, everything. I don't care. And if you don't
what
music,
year were you born, Mooch? If you, I mean, I was cream pied in the 80s. I don't remember the 80s much. I mean, I was 88. That's me.
Dude, I'm 80, buddy. Like, yeah, so you're like
I'm 84.
So
okay, so you guys are my OGs here. What the fuck? All right.
But yeah, but like the thing about 80s was great. Listen, buddy, you gotta take care of yourself. You know what I mean? You know, but no, and realistically speaking, to have that come back, that's awesome, man. Like, bring it back, and it's a retro. It's not gonna be like no shade to it either, but like Guardians of the Galaxy, right? Where it's like, okay, that's 80s, and then it's like they go back back in time. It's like the 80s we know. This is an 80s we don't know. You know, this is an 80s we
like
don't
an altered universe.
Altered universe, history. Bring it. You know what I mean?
Mooch, they got a problem with, they feel like Neil Druckmann, got to put a bitch with a tattoo sleeve, and she got to be bald, and she got to be manly or somewhat. Like, that's the critic. Like, bro, you seen the criticism of that? They took that whole trailer, and all they showed is a bitch with a Slurpee, or whatever. And I just feel like, say what you want about Neil Druckmann. Listen, even Last of Us 2, I like Joel. I'm a Joel supporter. I feel like, he got clapped too early. Too. Yeah, he got clapped too early, in my opinion. If he was gonna die, he was gonna die. Whatever. I just don't like how he died. But the point is, you can't take nothing away from Last of Us 2. It's an excellent game through and through. Everything. It's a 10s all around. Level design, animation, bullet, all just brutality. And what I'm saying about Neil Druckmann is, the dude's talented. You can say he's this and he's this, and he wants to be a movie guy, and he wants to. The guy's fucking talented. I'm sorry. He makes some of the best.
He knows how to make a video game. Yeah, he knows how to
period.
And he knows how to tell a story. He knows how to make a game. And here's the other thing. I say this all the time. People don't understand this. He's a leader. He is a leader. He legitimately directed 2 of the episodes on HBO. So here's a guy that's making games. He's doing all this other stuff, and then he goes and he's also directing. And I mean, what I'm trying to say to you is, like, sometimes we see folks, whether it's people we work with, teachers you had, when someone says, "Hey, who was one of your favorite teachers?" Right? That teacher that you pick had their shit together, and it doesn't matter if it's your favorite boss, your favorite, these people have their shit together. It's so the fact that he did. Listen, I love the Joel Miller character, and you said he went too early. I mean, the fan in me says you're right, Blaze, but the person that wants to be surprised, shocked, he did it at the right time, because I never would have thought the few hours into the game, my favorite player wasn't going to be, part of the game.
I don't think people say that's cliche, but I don't remember a main character just getting fucking clapped like that, right? Just boom, like that, boom. I don't remember. Like, maybe I'm not remembering, but I don't remember like a main character just getting cut right away like that.
No,
for a video game. For a video game,
no. But look at how that kind of picked up as we went through a lot of the amazing shows that we've watched over the years. Look at Game of Thrones, right? I never thought that guy was going to get beheaded in the in the first
Facts.
season.
Spoilers.
You know,
Facts.
that's why I said the guy.
Yeah.
Spoilers.
Oh, I
my
spoiled
God,
it. My
you got
bad.
you got to.
I know. If you haven't watched Game of Thrones, I get it.
Guys.
I know.
Yeah. If you haven't watched it by now, there's a really good shot you're not gonna watch it. But I mean, yeah, that's the thing. So that's that shock factor, right? And these games aren't gonna go to So we're gonna get Last of Us 3. We're not gonna get a 4 and a 5 and a 6 and a 7. We're not getting that. So the story has to progress. Plus, it is it's an apocalyptic world. You're never
It's gonna happen.
You're never safe.
True.
Your time, every day's a blessing right now. In that world or The Walking Dead, it's every minute's a blessing. Every second's a blessing.
Mooch, I just don't like hearing, oh, he was a bad guy. He killed people. So does fucking Ellie and fucking Abby.
Well,
like, what do you? They kill people too. Like, cut it out. Everybody in that world is gonna kill to do with it.
In that world, everybody. One of the questions they ask in The Walking Dead throughout the 11 seasons is, you think you're a good guy or you think you're a good person? And they're like, yeah. And if it's the camp you've been watching, like Rick's camp, right? You're like, he is a good guy. The next question is, how many people have you killed? And you can see the remorse in their face immediately, because they didn't just kill people for survival; they also killed good people, right? That's post-apocalyptic, right? So, like, yeah, Joel Miller did do that, but at the same time, he also went from somebody who was cold in our world before the pandemic, after and then he lost his daughter, became even colder. And then he ended up having that father-daughter relationship with Ellie, and that spark. And there's that whole just the way that story unfolds. So it's like I don't know. I think that Neil putting that in there, it hit the heartstrings and it hit the emotions right on cue. Right, that's why he's the director. He's right on cue.
Nah, Neil's the listen. I say what you want. Like I said,
you don't have to listen. The audience. I want to say this real quick because the audience. There's a couple people in the audience that clearly don't like Neil. Listen, by the way, you don't like him. You don't like him. That's fine, right? There's some people that don't like Martin Scorsese. That's fine. I'm not upset. I'm just saying to you that when you look at some of the real pieces of art that are in the gaming world, I pick out certain names. I do pick out Sam Lake, Ken Levine, Neil Druckmann, Kojima. And again, people go, Kojima, I don't like his games. That's fine. But if you I follow him on X, like follow him, go scroll all the way back and look. He is not just talking video games. He talks arts. He talks dance.
Yeah, his mind's all over
movies.
Yeah,
he's that true all-around artist, right? Like, I don't think that way. That's why I don't make video games. That's why I don't write books. So you kind of have to have these folks with these minds to be able to create that world and create those scenarios and to get lost in them. So that's why I appreciate those folks. It's the same thing, like you say, well, every so often, you get a Michael Jordan, how often? Right? So you better enjoy. That's why when people say LeBron, I'm like, don't have the LeBron Jordan discussion. Don't have it. Enjoy watching LeBron while you have LeBron right now. I enjoyed every game Kobe Bryant played. I'm not a Laker fan, but Kobe Bryant was a great. Enjoy while he's on the court because you're watching greatness.
Facts.
And enjoy LeBron. You're watching greatness. You will go 10 years. You can go 5 years. You're not going to get that kind of player again. Right? So you got to enjoy, and I'm using these guys as an example, but like enjoy these, because after like Neil retires, Ken's gone, Sam Lake's like, I'm done. After those guys, where's our next group of creative artists to come up and make a game that's ridiculously out of left field, right? Like nothing you would have imagined, Hey,
listen, I promise this is the last thing, because I always argue this, because I recently played through the collection Uncharted, right? The collection.
Yeah.
Which by the way has a bad glitch. I cannot believe Bluepoint hasn't fixed it. Like if you try to play Uncharted 1 and you're online, it crashes the game. And I didn't know that. Jack told me that. He's like, your shit's gonna crash. I'm like, no, it's not. I'm like, how do you know that? Boom, it crashed. And it crashed again because of the leaderboard thing. Whatever. Anyway, the point is,
oh damn,
I played through Uncharted 1, and I'm telling you, right, just name me your 4, right? Bari, for me, tell me if you disagree. 2, 1, 4, 3. You agree with that? 2, 1, 4, 3.
I am a big fan of part 3.
Wow, that's a first. Okay,
Yes, I
that's
love
a first.
Marlo. I like that villain because she's not a great fighter. You know what I mean? She just has money and she just commands people. You know what I mean? Also, I felt like part 3 had amazing set pieces, just like 2.
I'm saying as a package, right? Let's look at multiplayer and bro, one and you know what's special about one?
I hated the multiplayer.
One was special, J Bar, because it was one island.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It was one spot, and it was like some darkness, mysteriousness. I don't want to. I mean, it's fucking. If you haven't played Uncharted 1, whatever. But there was some mysteriousness. There was some shit I didn't expect to see. Like, and it was one island, and you explore this one island.
Are you including gameplay in this?
And bro, and you know what? This is gonna be another
That's a good question, Jay.
I like the shooting in one. Like the headshots were satisfying for me. I don't know. Anyway, so give me your list.
I like 1, 2. It's hard. It's hard, but this is my list: 2, 4, 3, 1.
Damn.
Wow, we're all different.
It's hard, but yeah, I feel like 3. A lot of people have 3 at the back end, but I feel like 3 is underrated in my opinion. But
wow.
I
don't know if I should kick you or fucking kick you. What the fuck? No, that's crazy, bro. I've never heard 3. Like, bro, respect. Hey, 3. That's crazy. I don't think 3's a bad. Listen, I'm not saying 3's a bad game, by the way. I'm just saying out of them.
Yeah, out of the 4.
So I'm gonna say, let me give my order, and then I want to ask Jay a question because I wonder if Jay's he'll ride with me on it. So mine's 2, 4, 1, 3.
Mm-hmm.
So here's the thing, Jay. The reason 3, I have nothing against Uncharted 3. The game was great. Hear me out. The reason it's dead last is the same thing I said, and it's not the same reasoning, but it's the same feel through the playthrough. The set pieces, the way the game went, I felt like they knocked it out of the park with 2, and then 3, they were like, we kicked ass so good in 2. Just do it again. 3 was kind of like 2 didn't end. It was, do you know what I mean? Like 4 felt like something new. 1, of course, is that new because it's introducing it, right?
Yeah.
Right.
One kind of gets that pass. 2 was the one that put it on the stage. 3 was like we're gonna ride off of 2's coattails, and then 4 came and was an uppercut of holy shit, this is great. So that's the only reason I don't put 3 on the end, because I have anything necessarily that I didn't like about it. I just felt like it was more to it. And the reason I want to give the comparison again is BioShock 1 and 2. I can't sit here in front of you guys or the audience and say I love BioShock 1, but I didn't like BioShock 2. I did like BioShock 2, but BioShock 2 was just more BioShock 1, which I think was a new revolution of gaming.
To be
right?
fair, Mooch, to be fair, Mooch, but people always do that. Oh, it was. And I'm not saying you. I'm just saying, like, isn't a sequel supposed to be, you know, like, oh, Forbidden West is too much like Zero Dawn, but it's a sequel. It's supposed to be similar. No, I mean,
yeah, but you know, that's a good example that you just gave. So there's Zero Dawn, and then there's Forbidden West, right? And then there's BioShock 1 and BioShock 2, and then there was Uncharted 2 and Uncharted 3. And with all of those examples, there was just this. Okay, let me put it in a different way, so maybe you'll understand what I'm saying, Blaze. Do you see a clear difference between BioShock 1 and BioShock Infinite?
Yeah.
They brought different aspects. They brought different every 3 in it's not a jab. None of this is a jab. They're all great, right? I don't think anybody, they're all in the Hall of Fame probably somewhere in the gaming Hall of Fame. But 3 just felt like it was that they didn't do a whole lot more to move the envelope. In BioShock 2, they didn't move the envelope. Horizon Forbidden West, I liked better than Horizon Zero Dawn. Personally,
Me too.
I liked it better, but not like leaps and you can't sit there and say that. Like, let's say you're reviewing Horizon Zero Dawn, you're reviewing Horizon Forbidden West. Are you going to give Horizon Forbidden West a 9.5 and the original Horizon
Mooch,
a 7.5?
I couldn't even. I
Probably
thought Horizon Zero Dawn was boring. I couldn't get through Zero Dawn, but I beat the fuck out of Forbidden West. Me
too. I didn't get through the end of Zero Dawn because Zero Dawn, it just put me into a coma.
But Forbidden West, I was like, damn.
Forbidden West. But I thought the writing was better in Forbidden West.
I agree.
And they tweaked and fine-tuned the mechanics, which you should do as natural progression. So, but again, I don't think that they.
What about Ragnarok? I've been seeing on Twitter. 18. I like 18 better than Ragnarok. What do you guys think?
No, Ragnarok is a way better game. I think
overall, gameplay wise, is that why you're saying that, or
gameplay? The story, it's a direct continuation. I did like the adventure, in 2018. You know what I mean? Like it
like
had more
top of the mountain.
Yeah, like you know what I mean. It's something personal. Where Ragnarok is just like an explosion of everything that you've done from 18. But
I would say
Ragnarok.
I like Ragnarok better.
Much better game.
Yes.
Wow, I like 18. Clear.
What I did like about 18 more is the Valkyrie stuff. Rather
fire.
Than the
fire. So good. They only had one Valkyrie in Ragnarok, right?
Yeah, well, you had to fight Gná, the Valkyrie Queen. She was, crazy boss fight. But
that shit was hard, bro.
That was a good fight.
As a Souls guy, I was like, this shit is hard, bro. If you were playing it on hard, by the way, a lot of people,
Yeah, she glitched for me that fight. Where I threw the spear up, one of the little room moves. You throw the spear up and it comes down and then it explodes in the time.
Right.
Yeah.
The explosion animation never went away. So I was this is like my fourth time trying to fight the boss, and it happened. And I'm like, why is she like and I'm like, should I restart it? I was like, nah, I ain't restarting that shit.
Fire. So you got an easy dub.
I got an easy dub, but I saved it too. Some of my old places. I just never uploaded it.
You got to take advantage of them. So I'm sorry. When that shit happens, you taking advantage. I'm sorry.
Advantage of it, bro. I was like, yeah, hell yeah.
Nah, this is fucking. I love these conversations, bro. I like conversations that are not on topic. Like I like just history, just seeing what you guys feel and think is so interesting to me. Like what you guys prefer and shit. I hope you guys all play Demon Souls. I hope you guys all. Have you guys played Demon Souls?
Yes.
Yeah, I beat it. I got to go back and platinum it though. But
I got it the platinum.
I'm not a big platinum guy, but I do got that platinum. I love that game. Is just man.
Are you gonna get the platinum in Death Stranding Director's Edition or no?
Bro, I don't know, bro. That game is fucking long and big. Pause. It really is. It really is. But that game, Mooch, I promise you, when you're done doing whatever game you're playing, give it another chance. And Bari, give it another chance, bro.
Yeah,
because you know what? Death Stranding 2 is going to come out and you're going to feel like, damn, like...
That's the thing.
Yo, that's how I felt when the first trailer for 2 came out. I was like, damn, maybe I should give Death Stranding another go. You know what I mean? Because I do have the director's cut. But I just like, I couldn't vibe with the game like that. You know what I mean? And maybe I was playing it wrong because the way how people that I trust, play it, they're like, yeah, this game is great, man. And how it incorporated the not cooperative, but an asynchronous cooperation where people can put something in the game and
you'll see it
build a role. Yeah, you know what I mean? So I'm like, maybe I should give it another go. But we'll see. Maybe it was another trailer of part 2. I'm like, you know what? Let me just go and play it.
That's another game you could jam out on your Portal. You know what I mean? Just
low key or Portal because it's slow pace.
It's slow pace.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think I'm just trying to say, Jay, if there's a game where you're like, Mooch, there's no way I'm playing that with this list of games coming out. I know that your dedicated gaming time you're going to put towards the games of this year, but you're like, oh, I'm just I need a game for the Portal. It works.
And the music in that game, it's not.
The music was great.
That's amazing.
It's not something I would like go search for. I would never I don't even know who the fuck is Low Roar. The matter of fact, the guy passed away during COVID or some shit like that. So the fact that Kojima found him. Like it was just like a gem,
if I could talk to Kojima, I would ask him. I would be like, could you please make the music that is of Death Stranding, make it royalty free, so we could use that. Like, Max, you could use some of those beats in some of your videos.
No, for
just
real.
Low key, those beats in the background.
Just chill. It's like a streaming beat. Yeah.
Yes. I'd be like, please make those royalty free, please. It's never happening.
Man, this is a great fucking show, bro. What time? Where are we at? What time? What is it?
Almost midnight. New York.
Yeah, that's crazy. Okay. Yeah, we've been on a little bit too long. Jay Bari's already
type shit.
Yeah, he's DMing me like, yo, cut it, bro. Cut it.
Oh, no, listen, if I say I'm going to be in a podcast, I'm locked in. You know what I mean?
I appreciate that.
I tell people, if I can't make it, I'll let you know I can't make it. But if I'm locked in to
I feel the same way. I do this, Jay, I think that we all been doing this for a minute, right? So it's like that. Same thing. Me and Blaze talk about this all the time. And I remember last time I was on the show, I said to Blaze, I'm like, Blaze, I'm gonna probably have a 2-hour cutoff. That show went almost 4 hours.
Yeah, that's how it goes.
Because I felt the same way you do, Jay. Once I'm here, I'm dedicated to the show. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like that's the thing. Like I take the podcast very seriously. You know what I mean? Because Blaze takes it serious. You take yours serious. You gotta give 100%. You gotta give 100%. So Blaze, I appreciate you having me on the channel.
If somebody invite me and say like, come on the podcast, I'm old school in that way where I'm like, if I'm going to dedicate to come on the podcast, I'm going to be there. You know what I mean? So
that's right.
I'm not going to half-ass it.
Yeah, let me just say this. I appreciate you guys. You guys, I'm sure if you guys don't know Mooch, go check out Mooch.
Thank you.
Thursday nights, excellent show. He makes you feel like a bro. Mooch is the first. Like I remember, like we got the great Blaze. I'm like, God damn, all right, fuck, God damn, I am great. Like Mooch makes you feel like you're a fucking star, even though no matter what, bro. Like Mooch is so good on the mic, bro. When that mic goes hot for Mooch. Hey man, Mooch is
appreciate it,
he
man.
really is great on the mic. Nah, you got to give it up to people. And one thing I want to say to Persona and Bari is like I seen a tweet something about no more fucking show. I'm like, yo, what the fuck? Why?
Oh,
like,
no.
Was that a show? Was that joking? Or, like, I really don't know. Like,
no, we're serious with it. It's podcasting. It takes a lot where you dedicate a lot of time, a lot of money.
It does
to it. But there's other things that you want to do in life. That's personal stuff, especially 2025. Yeah, like there's times where I could be at an event or a friend invite me to something, but I'm dedicated to a podcast. You know what I mean? Where I want to keep people entertained or people that is subscribed. Yeah, you know what I mean? You got to do the podcast. Where I'm like, nah, I can't do it. Got something I got to do. But as I'm getting older, there's more personal things I want to do. And to be honest with you, when it comes to WUPs. Yeah, I love the community. I love the feedback. I love a lot of things that we the support that we get. But certain goals when it comes to the podcast is not being met. So when there's things that you want to do personally, and then you have this here, you know what I mean? Sometimes you just gotta take it on the chin, keep it moving, keep it pushing. You know what I mean? But like I said, we're gonna go to episode 200 and see where it goes from there. But at the end of the day, you can't have like a dedicated PlayStation podcast, but PlayStation don't want to really fuck with you like that. And we're type of people. I don't ask PlayStation for shit like as far as like game codes and all that. It's just more on the interview side of things where there's this stigma about the podcast where I guess this is what people rock with now. As far as like they think it's like this fanboy bash Xbox toxic podcast. And we
don't
never
even gotta be like that. What do you mean?
No.
Like that's ridiculous.
But this is things that I've heard. This is things that developers or people have said about why they're not coming on the show. So when it comes to that stuff, I'm just like, at the end of the day, my life is way too busy just to keep stuff like that. It's like if it is what it is, we move on and just rock out. But I love WUPs. I love what it is. But yeah, certain things got to be hitting for us to continue doing what
what it is, bro. We live in America, bro. Like, shout out to my guy. Like, there's people out there that, like, I know a guy he lives in Wales and shit, and he gets codes PlayStation all the time. Like, it's just we have such a big market. Like, bro, for us to be noticed, like, it's crazy. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's not even like the codes thing, because any email we have ever sent to PlayStation is never about like codes or products. It's always about, okay, Ragnarok is coming out, can we get this developer on?
That's fire.
The developer will be like, yeah, I would love to come on, but you got to go through PlayStation. It's hard to get in communication with PlayStation. And the gaming community, no disrespect, the gaming community is the biggest gatekeepers in the industry. A lot of people have their connects, a lot of people have their things, and they
don't fucking bro. J-Bo, I'm so glad you said that, bro, because it's just like I see people with like, not even the developers, even with the code things, like, oh yeah, I gotta connect, like, but you don't fucking share the love, bro. Like, you want to be the cool, they want to be the only guy, like, damn, I'm playing this early and like shit, hey,
yeah,
what I mean?
Which I get it.
I get it though.
It's a big competition out here, but like I said, the code stuff, I think that's the easy part. You know what I mean? It's more so the developers or even executives.
But the fact that you want to speak to the developers should show them that, like, hey, they just want to, they're just so interested in what we're doing. Like, like if you give somebody 20, 30, bro, when you guys had Sean Layden on, that was dope. Like, don't listen. I got to give credit to Big Cloud too. Like, he was getting a lot of voice actors from Ratchet and Clank, all these people like Bari and Persona and Big Cloud are the only people I really seen like going that avenue with like developers and voice actors. And that's dope. That's a whole different perspective. The only thing I hate too, I'm going to say this about Twitter, is you're like, oh, we got fucking, Joe Schmo on from fucking God of War, and they'll fucking eat it up on Twitter. Ooh, like, but y'all like, you know what I mean? Like, it doesn't resonate, bro, is what I'm saying. Like, it's all fake love on Twitter that, they don't pull up for the actual show. And I'm just going off, you know what I mean? You know how it be. Twitter's all like popularity, just, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. Maybe I'm just.
I know the game. I know exactly what you're talking about. Like I said, when it comes to the support and the people, we love it. Trust me. We are a very small channel, and
likewise, bro.
Just seeing a lot of the support. A small channel, 3,000, subscribers. You never think you get 1,000, 2,000 views,
bro. You're punching above your weight all day.
Yeah, a show. You know what I mean? That's not the norm, but we do, and we definitely hit a lot of criterias when it comes to like content creator or media or whatnot. But I'm not making this up when I say this. There's a terrible bad stigma when it comes to the podcast because of like what I say or do on my personal channel. Or like, to be honest with you, I don't even think I say like crazy shit, to be honest with you. Like, I've seen people say way worse stuff. I always keep it gaming. You know what I mean? I'm not talking about people personal life or nothing. It's always this gaming shit or jokes. But like a lot of people associate that with just, what's up PlayStation is, which is a separate entity, separate thing. That's me and Persona come together. And we don't even have Xbox topics. We've been doing this podcast for like 2020, and we never had no Xbox topic. But that's the notion that people have, that we out here bashing, platforms.
So what you're saying is you want to have you guys do your own separate thing and like get interviews that way? You think it'll be better?
No, like in its entirety, like that's podcasting, YouTube. Like I'm looking to be done with a lot of it because there's other things less in life that I just want to do. You know what I mean? Like me, I want to travel more. You know what I mean?
I hear you, bro.
I want to do like other things. You know what I mean? I'm 40 years old now. I'm getting older. Like it's hard to dedicate something every weekend that you have your own personal show.
It's a lot of time. It's one of the things that just to piggyback over what Jay's saying. I say it sometimes at the beginning, at the end of Crossfire. But it's very time consuming. I mean, I take it very. You guys have both been on my show, so I'll say this, and you guys can tell the audience if I'm telling the truth. I send you guys somewhere between 10 and 13 topics, and each of those topics, that's the top level, right? Under each of those, I have notes and I have the articles and I have the links, and I do that homework before the show. I also take the game every week is different gameplay footage. So whatever I game that week could be anything. I do use a lot of my Warzone and Call of Duty footage. I'll be honest with you, it's easier to edit. But like I put Stellar Blade in there. I have Uncharted 4. I told you guys I played Uncharted 4. Go back 2 weeks ago. You see my Uncharted 4 footage. Like anything I play.
Not a lot of people are doing that either.
Then I go back and I also edit it. I make it so that you guys don't see the start screen and just nothing. It's always I get the action part, so I make it so it's like fun to watch. And I also do a revolving panel every week. So, and I appreciate Blaze. I appreciate you, King Thresh. Shout out to King Thresh in the chat. I saw Erica earlier. Jay Bari, Persona, and there's so many more. I'd be here all night if I thought thanked everybody. I do a revolving panel, so I start the day Crossfire ends, and I start writing a lot of people and saying, "Hey, can you guys make it this week?" Some people say the same thing. I have life, there's this and that. I have my kids' soccer game. I got a birthday party, right?
Yo, Mooch, Mooch will
all over Blaze.
Dog, when listen, I didn't, I'm the worst at replying to messages. Trust me, like I'm the worst. People think I do it on purpose or something. But the thing is about Mooch, he had DM me on Discord on fucking X, and then I'm playing PlayStation. Yo, Crossfire tonight? Question mark. I'm like, God damn, bro. Like, all right, bro. I'm pulling up.
That's a New Yorker. That's a New
You can't
Yorker.
hide,
Yeah,
Jay.
bro.
You know, you can't hide. So like, I was going like, but again, my point with all this was I'm just trying to give the audience just a snippet picture into what Jay's saying. That takes a lot of my week up. But the thing is, though, that's not complaining. I love it, but it is very time consuming. And I do my show I think that so there's 52 weeks in a year. I generally do 46, 47 episodes, right? So I don't take many weeks off. So my whole point is that like it's just there's a lot of events. When I did Crossfire on Friday for the first time. What was it? 9 years, the first 9 or 10 years. Now the last few I've been doing on Thursdays, and I missed a lot of events. Blake, same thing. People be like, "Yo, we're going out. We're going to go watch the game. We're going to go." But Jay, all the time, Jay in Persona will be like, the movies coming out on Friday. I'm going to the movies. You're going to see the new Captain America. You're going to see the new this. And I was like, no, I got to do my podcast. Because you got to be there for the channel and you got to be there for the people. Those people show up to watch your show. So it's I take that very serious, and I appreciate all the people that come to watch the show,
members and all that.
I appreciate that. So I'm not going to let them down. So I'm not going. But some people will write me and they'll go, Mooch, I'm thinking about starting a podcast. I'm like, that's great, and I'll help you with whatever you want to know. But just know that consistency is king. You have to be consistent. You have to air when you tell you're going to be. When you say you're going to be on, you're going to be on. It's just like your favorite TV show. When your favorite TV show, I know now I'm dating myself, but if your favorite TV show was on Thursdays at 9:00 Eastern, you didn't tune in one Thursday and they were like, nah, I went to a birthday party. So it's like, so it's like you got to be there. So I always say like podcasting is fun, but it's a lot of work. So Jay, when you say
the thing is too,
I hear you.
When TJ Laser, he said people are tired of the console war shit. I disagree. I think the console war shit people want to see more because like in my heyday of like doing console wars, I could easily do a stream, 400, 500 people tuning in, watching that motherfucker. If I'm not doing console wars and I'm keeping it like, this is just gaming, people are going to show up.
Yeah, people like the bullshit. Cut it the fuck out. Like, let's be honest.
Well, it's funny. People say enough with the console war, but you have major media sites are involved in the console wars.
Yeah, they do all the time.
Even some of the executives take jabs on Twitter. And
they be guesting on the console war podcast.
Yeah, it is what it is.
Going on like big console war podcasts.
People really do like to listen to that, and everybody knows that. Like it's a lot of the clickbait articles and the big gaming media sites. They know that it gets a rise out of the other side, right? It's all
Mooch, like it's no different than when people like, I'm here for video games, right?
Mm-hmm.
And if you do video game centric shit.
Yes,
you're not going to get the views that you're doing,
facts.
And it's bullshit.
Jay Bari, people rather watch you talk about games than actually play them. That's the fucking problem.
100%.
That's a big problem, bro. Because some people have skills, some people like really passionate about certain games, and like it doesn't like you guys don't pull up. So you guys can talk about, I'm here for the games, it's gaming, like. Yeah, but you guys never pull up for that. You guys pull up for the bullshit. No offense, and like, bro, we're all growing channels here. I'm a tiny ass channel, like what I mean. I'm grateful. I never take it for granted. I'm happy there's 100 people here. Like whatever. I'm happy, bro.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But I just feel like, bro, like that's why sometimes I want to go to Twitch, because I feel like if motherfuckers watch you on Twitch, they're there to watch you play the game, bro.
That's honestly
like,
so. This year is a big transition. You call it a plug if you want to watch, but that's actually what I'm going to be spending a lot of my time with. I'm still going to do Crossfire. But like I'm doing Twitch 3 days a week. I'm just waiting to do this room over, and then I'm just gonna do. I really want, and I'll have a dedicated days that I know I can do it. And I'm just gaming, because you know what you do with gaming? Like you hit the light, turn on the camera, start the game, hit live on Twitch, and you're playing. And honestly, that's a good time. That's what I want to get back. Like I game a lot during the week. Now I want to do it live. I'll do it live. You know what I mean? Like I really, really think it's going to be a lot of fun. And that's where I want to turn the emphasis to. I advertise it every week because I really want to show people that I'm going to take, but again, this is me talking to myself. Got to take it seriously. Just as serious as the podcast. If you're going to do Twitch and you say you're going to do, I'm making this up, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, you got to be there Monday, Wednesday, Friday. You know what I mean?
But you know what else though, Mooch and Bari? The other thing about doing a podcast and being a centric podcast channel is you fucking neglect your channel, because all you fucking do is, like, for me, the main thing people pull up for, I go live once a week. I haven't uploaded a video in 6 months.
Yeah.
Like, you know how like crazy that is to me, the fact that people still show up for me, like, you know what I mean? And all I'm really doing is a podcast once a week. So, and it's like, I'll make videos and I'll sit there and I'll edit it and I'll get, 1,000 views or 2,000 views, and I just, like, in my head I'm like, damn, bro, like I fucking spent hours on, like, days on this shit, like, you know what I mean? So it's a tough game. I know everybody, like, bro, and being a host for a podcast, keeping conversations, not, don't let them get dry ear and shit like that. Like, it's not easy, bro, to be on camera and to, like, keep shit going and have a revolving door and, like, to be interesting and not, you know what I mean? You can't be too high, you can't be too cool. You just got to find that. And, bro, I realized this shit, bro, just be yourself, bro. As long as you're yourself, you're safe, you're good, bro. Like, it's when you try to do this extra shit and be all animated for the camera, like, you know what I mean? People see through that shit, bro. That's just my little 2 cents, bro. But, like, yeah, bro.
I will
like,
say, though, one thing I'll say, one more thing to give Jay some credit. Like, Jay and Persona, like, got me excited to play games I would never play. And, like, that's the thing about what's on PlayStation that is unique. And it needs to get that attention because they go from what I love. They do the show in the sense where they have their communication in the beginning. What have you been up to? Oh, this is what I've been up to. What are you doing? Then they do their spotlights. Then they get into the news and they got
a format.
Right. And like but when they get into their spotlights and they talk about the games, and then they'll do what's coming up on PS Plus and the games that are coming out, and they go back and forth and they'll critique each other. They critique the games. And I'm sitting there listening to how they're playing a game, or the ones that they're not even on my list. And then I'm like, I got to go check that out. Like, that's the thing. So, like, there's a reason we have 400 channels, whether you have Verizon Fios or you have Spectrum or you have Capcom or whatever cable provider you have. There's a reason there's 400 channels. It's because you need to have a different channel for different likes. You know what I mean? And Jay, what you do for gaming is phenomenal, man. Like,
you shouldn't stop.
Yeah,
bro.
like the thing is, like,
absolutely
even when bringing that up, what is the comments is saying? Oh, people are done with console wars. What's up, PlayStation? No console war. We just talk about one console. How is there a console war?
Bro, they think that, but CJ,
that's what they think.
They think because you only cover PlayStation, that means you hate the other people or you hate the other competitors. Which, listen, like, bro, when I watch Jay Bari and Persona, it's like you guys know Mystic. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, that's my guy. We had him as a guest.
Yeah, bro, he's awesome, bro. Great guy, and he covers, like, the PlayStation Plus games coming and leaving, like shit like that. It's the same type of vibe I get when you watch Bari and them.
That was the vibe. I know how we originally started it. It's like, there's a lot of channels that we love, but there was no real specific, like, PlayStation. They're talking about PlayStation. So that's why we started it. But
bro, you shouldn't stop it. I don't listen. If you want to, I don't think nobody's gonna hold a gun to your head, Bari, because you want to fucking experience life a little bit more, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like, if y'all
I mean, like I said, it's not set in stone, but that's just how that's how me and Persona feel at the moment. Like I said,
that's fair.
We'll wait until we get up to, like, episode 200 and see. But at the end of the day, it's just like, you know what I mean? It's nothing wrong with, like, counting your losses sometimes. Like, we did a great thing here, but appreciate people that did support it. But at the end of the day, life comes, life hits you hard, and there's other things that I would love to do. Like,
bro, who can say they got the 200 epic? Like, you know what I mean? It's not like, bro, you know what the problem with Jay Bar? There's a lot of there's too many podcasts. How about that? You know what I mean? There's a lot of dirt bomb podcasts. Like, I'm just being real with you.
Gaming conversations to me has gotten boring because we are conversing too much with people that aren't even playing games. You know what I mean? Like, I've seen and listened to podcasts where people talking about a game for 30 minutes and 4 people haven't even played the game. You know what I mean? I'm just like, yo, that's the where we at in the gaming conversations. You know what I mean? And to me, it's just wearing down. Just like you get a little tired. And like podcasts in general, that's why I don't really guess too much. You know what I mean? I kind of like to spread it thin a little bit, but I'm just like, yo, man, we got to really get back to that passion, because I feel like it's not much about the enthusiasm or the passion of gaming. Is how much money I can make from this conversation rather than being passionate about it. that's really how I feel sometimes when it comes to just the gaming conversations. You know what I mean? And I feel like when it comes to showing passion or enthusiasm, people take that as, you know, you're a corporate slave, you're a fanboy, and then you just get this stigma on it. You're not being real, you're not this and that. And it's just like, yo, it just gets a little tiring sometimes, man. You know,
All
like
right. Everybody console wars.
oh,
Everybody
yeah, 100%,
does. You know,
100%.
it's like the people that hate PlayStation. It's funny to me. PlayStation's doomed. They're fucking going under their ass. They don't got no games, but all their videos cover fucking PlayStation. Main centric, PlayStation fanboy, PlayStation this. You're covering PlayStation state of plays, but you know what I mean? I don't get it. Do you like them or hate them? Like I thought they're not. I thought they're done. But you know what I mean? So, bro, everybody online is a hypocrite. Listen, I've been a hypocrite myself. You know, there's sometimes you got to look in the mirror and be like, all right, bro. You know, I'm doing too much.
Yeah.
I'm doing too much, bro. Like, but nah, bro. I think
like,
you guys.
My man rambling here with his
What do you say?
His super chat. He said also cap on him and Persona. I'm not saying I never console war. I would never say I don't console war. I'm saying on What's Up PlayStation, there's no console war. That's what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
It's nothing to console war. We don't talk about other platforms.
If Forza 5 beats GT7, Jay's gonna change his podcast to What's Up Xbox.
No, we're gonna change it to What's Up PC before we head out.
Bro, listen, bro. I think the days of this game beating that game is over, bro. There's Nintendo, there's PlayStation, and you get the PC platform. Like, I'm not saying I'm just saying Xbox is you know, the third party now. It is what it is. Like, they're not even trying to hide it, bro. It is what it is, bro. I think this is great, Jay. I hope you guys continue doing it, bro. At the end of the day, you got people that want to tune in for your show. They're members to your show. They will pull up all the time. They donate. And bro, like, people think this YouTube shit's easy, bro. Like, I feel like the people that I hate the most have just like a X account, let's say. You know what I mean? It's like, bro, go do this shit on YouTube. Like, go get 5-10 viewers, bro. I remember doing like them days where I was doing giveaways to myself. It was me, my iPad, and my girl's phone. All right, bro. Fucking like, bro, come on, bro. Like, this shit, like, everybody starts somewhere, bro. And I think just because you're not growing at the rate you expected to, that doesn't change. I don't know, bro. I feel like you should still continue. If you like it and enjoy Jay Bari and Persona, if you enjoy doing it, like, you like chatting it up with the fans and you make a little bit of money here and there, whatever. Everybody, I feel like all of us. You
it's
started
never really
a YouTube
about
channel.
the money with us,
right?
like,
But I'm saying you started
nice,
it for a passion like, bro, this is something you guys. I don't think anybody here started YouTube to make money. Us three,
Right.
at least. No, I feel like we're all well off. We all have good jobs. We all buy what we want. Like, it was never a money move. The money's the cherry on top. Like, oh, I appreciate that. Like, you putting in the work here. Like, I don't know. That's just me. I never did YouTube for money, bro. My job, I can't ever see YouTube making more than my job.
Yeah. 100%.
No. God, you do it for the passion of the pastime, what you love to do. Like, that's the thing. I love it. I've always loved keeping my ear to the ground with the news, seeing what's coming out. And you're right. You're definitely going to have banter back and forth, and you're definitely going to have console warring going on. Like I said, you see it throughout. You even see executives tweet it out sometimes, you know, like, you know, it's like it's out there again. You do it in a wholesome way, and that's the best way to go about it. But yeah, like I said, you do this for the passion. I think anything you do in life, whether it's mowing lawns, doing podcasts, going to work every day, I don't care what you do. If you do passionate things and you put your heart and soul into it, people and the following comes with that. You just keep fighting. I was watching a show. Guy was doing he helps people on Twitch, and this one person was on Twitch for 3 years, and he did like a fast, you know, just showing people. He fast timed it through, and the person was getting 3 or 4 viewers, and then just played a game, and someone rated his channel, and 100 people swung by, and now the person's got like 1,000 people watching him live, you know. But he had to go through the 4 years of nobody watching the individual. And I was like, you know what? I watched that video and I was like, that's motivation. That's the motivation I needed to see. Where, like, it's just, you got to keep fighting through it. You got to keep pushing through it.
I'm with you, Mooch.
And I think by you always being there and being consistent and loving what you're doing, I think people will eventually.
It'll resonate.
It'll resonate. But I mean, that's me. You know, that's glasses.
Bro,
half
it's hard
full.
to get
I
views, bro.
understand. I completely get where Jay's coming from. Believe me, I do. I'm just saying, like, it's not easy.
Bro, and he's getting views and viewership. There's people that get 10 viewers, and like, bro, it's hard out. Like, bro, getting 10 views is like 10 think about it. 10, like, bro, everybody, how many people in here? 156. Bro, you got YouTube in your lap. Whatever you feel like fucking searching, you can find on YouTube. Anything you want to watch, and anything you can think of is on YouTube. So the fact that people are coming to watch you, like, you guys got to look at it from that too, bro. J Bar, like, damn, like, they're choosing to watch me every Saturday morning. Like, bro, like, come on, man. Like, I feel like,
oh no, don't get it twisted. We're very appreciative of that stuff. Like,
yeah,
like,
man, hell yeah, bro.
I love everybody in the community. You know what I mean? I really enjoy talking about games and whatnot, but it just comes to a point, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, there's stuff that gotta accomplish, certain things that gotta get done. And yeah, one of the factors of certain things not getting done is like, yeah, you have a dedicated show that you gotta do 3 hours you know, a week or whatnot. You know, weekends is my free time, you know what I mean? So,
true, that's true.
Yes.
Same.
That's the thing. You do you're giving up your weekends, and it's a lot. It is a lot. So I applaud both of you guys. Shout out to Persona as well. The other half of What's Up PlayStation. These guys, they put their time in, they put their love in it. You know, you could see the love in the work. You know, it's there. So yeah, like
and you guys are here on a Saturday night, and I know you guys can be doing whatever you want. I mean, really. So the fact that like, I'll close it with that, bro. The fact you guys here pulling up for me, I appreciate it. I really, really do. I really, really appreciate it, bro. And this is what it's all about, bro. It's about,
you always say it, Blaze. You always say this on Crossfire. I'll say it to you. You know, you're a great dude, man. Everyone loves you in the community, man. You know, you speak it how it is. And you know, you're always there for me. Jay's always been there for me. Persona as well. So when you were like, Mooch, Saturday, I'm like, yes, buddy, absolutely. I am looking forward to you doing a podcast around 7 p.m. That'd be nice. But
I'm gonna change it, bro.
You know, I'm just saying. You know, don't go by me. I'm just saying, 7 p.m. would be.
No, I should go by you because you're killing it, Mooch. You're killing it, bro. You're out here. You're moving.
Buddy, I got a small channel too. I should be doing 2 videos a week. And I should be doing what
Mooch is
doing.
a natural host.
He is.
You know I mean?
He
always have that.
Yeah,
I love it. Listen. I think Jay, one of you guys was on the show. I had shout out to RGT85. Sean was on the show. And someone's like, "Yo, you got the radio voice." And Sean goes, "I know a couple people at WFAN." I go, "Sean, I've been waiting for my American Idol opportunity here. So if you want to shoot a small, I'll record something for you. You know." So listen, that's not happening. I love it. I really, really do. I'm in the car all the time. People always say, "Who's yelling?" I listen to sports radio. I listen to New York radio.
That's my shit too.
Right? Radio. You know, Jay,
I get that vibe with you, sports radio.
WFAN, man.
Like, fan, WFAN.
You know, we're always screaming all the time. Like, we're in the, we got Juan Soto on the Mets, and what do the guys do? What do the Mets broadcasters do? They're like, that's not enough. Where's the pitching? Who's gonna pitch behind Senga? Who's there? You know what I mean? That's not them yelling. They're just passionate, you know? And that's what I've listened to my whole life growing up, you know, whether it be AM or FM, like radio, man. So like when I got an opportunity to podcast, yeah, I love gaming. So when I talk, I get excited. It's excitable. It's passionate. It's not yelling. But I always get a kick out of when people show up to the chat and they're like, who's this guy yelling on the show? And I'm like, yeah, who is this guy yelling on the show? Get him out of here. It's me. But no, nonetheless, it's a lot of fun, and I thank you guys for liking what I do. I mean, I've been doing it for a long time, and I don't plan to stop. I always said, as long as the audience is there, I'll do it. It's one of those things that hey, I thought one of us would get picked up for WFAN or ESPN radio or who knows what, you know what I mean? Something on Sirius satellite, who knows? But that call hasn't come through yet. So I'm just going to keep doing Crossfire and enjoy it and keep gaming. And gaming's been a thing we've been doing through my family from when I was a kid all the way through the family now. So, you know, like you say, keep it gaming, and gaming keeps people out of trouble, having fun. It's everything. It's great.
Bro, gaming low-key, I don't want to sound cliche, but staying my ass in the house definitely helped me out, bro. For real.
Absolutely.
It really has.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
You know, people enjoy reading books. You enjoy movies. Like, games, it's a completely different way to absorb and utilize media. Okay, because it's interactive. But let's be honest, stories there, action, gameplay,
You get it all, bro. You get
everything,
it all.
everything, art. It doesn't matter, and you don't have to be great. I always tell people all the time, like, well, I'm not, I can't play a first-person shooter. Don't. Play
Right.
Journey. Play Journey.
Play Flower. Play Flower.
Play Flower. Play.
Great game.
You know what I mean? Like play a game where you don't have to,
Journey's
look
fire,
down
bro.
sights. Yeah,
Facts.
you know what I mean. Whatever the music, the ambiance, the background, the flow. I don't know. Whatever. There's just like there's a book out there for everybody and a movie out there for everybody. There's a video game out there for everybody. So that's what's awesome about it. Honestly,
I posted these guys' channels. Like I said, go. I'm sure you guys all know them, but just in case there's somebody that don't, you never know. Some people find people. Hey, go check them out, bro. They're both there. I see you, Thrash. Thrash got a new channel.
Shout out to King Thrash.
Whoever took down his channel, you guys are great people. Whoever did that, I'll just say that. Great. Nobody ever deserves their channel being removed just because you don't like the same fucking box as them, or you don't, you're a fucking cornball for that. Yeah, you're a cornball for that, bro. But hey, it is what it is. He's back doing the same fucking numbers anyway, so what does it matter? So, but yeah, man, excellent fucking show, bro. I'm that ass. Like, I'm not even just like, what a great show, bro. I'm so happy to have you guys here, and we'll have to run it back again. Maybe when some, some new games hit or some shit like that, we'll run it back. Maybe next day to play, we'll run it back.
I'll be here, Blaze.
Let's go, bro. I appreciate it. Yeah, like I said, check out Mooch, check out Jay Bari, and y'all enjoy your Saturday night. Peace.
Peace, everybody. Thank you.